going to be late. Should just be a couple minutes, hopefully. But he is busy with maintenance man. And that's only one step up from the muffin man. I don't know what he's doing with the maintenance man, but I hope he gets his pipes cleaned out. In the meantime, we've missed you guys very, very much. And tonight we'll be talking about our top 10 movies of the year 1998. I got to say, too, like this is maybe the worst of the 90s years for me so far. And that's not to say there's not great movies in here, but normally you go through it and you're like, man, there's too many things to stuff into this taco bread. And it's tough. But I did get there at the end. The second half of the list was really hard. The top part of the list was pretty easy. So we'll get into all that pretty quick when Jay gets here. We'll answer a couple super chats and then get into that. And then we'll just hang out. But how the hell are you guys doing? It's nice to see you guys here. What's up, Brian and D-Land and Merlin, Stacy? Hey, Holly. I hear that Eminem is just opened up the Video Music Awards, which I forgot about. And I'm upset about that. I'm also upset because we went to my wife's work event last night where I probably embarrassed her greatly, as I usually do around women, to a soccer game in Louisville. And we were only in Louisville for one night, just one night. I'm a Lexington guy. In Louisville for one night. And you know what happened? Checkbook stolen out of the car. We got out to our cars this morning. And my wife was like, oh, someone just went through all my shit. And I was like, oh, it's a good thing. It's a mess in there. And, you know, oh, she's here. I didn't know that.
The car smells like feet all the time.
I didn't know you could hear from outside the kitchen. I thought it was like a gateway.
Do you get new jokes?
But yeah, someone stole our checkbook. So if that was any of you, I would like to be returned safely. And no harm will come to you or your families. So I'm really overestimating our reach in the moment.
They probably stole it because it had your name on it.
That's true. Once they look us up and they Google my name, they'll just return it.
Yeah, they're like, this broke bitch.
Yeah, no, I was thinking it's because I look so tough and that they'll be like, I don't want that guy coming after me.
Look at his little legs crossed.
They're like, I don't want that guy coming after me.
With his
This is
his air conditioned house.
jeez.
It's gone.
Get out of here, Hella. Get out of here.
Spoiled it.
I don't know if you guys can hear the women in the kitchen, but I know they should be silent and working. But if you can't hear them, they're making great fun of me for having my legs crossed.
Why don't you get a real job?
This is a real job, sweetheart. Yeah,
Whatever you say.
much better than what I used to do before you were born. Turning tricks.
You literally still do that. That's what this is.
I used to work in the Trix cereal factory.
That's literally what you're doing right now.
Is all I meant to say, and it was hard.
Right.
Not a lot of people can
Was it hard, Mike?
get hard working in the Trix factory. Wait, what? No. What has happened? What has happened? We're experiencing technical difficulties. Well, it just disappeared, and you're just going to hear women screaming in the distance. Not because I'm going to hurt anybody. It's just that's what the neighbors do when I walk down the street. Oh, so how are you? How's your life going? How are things? Yeah. I get no respect around here. I'm basically Rodney Dangerfield. You know, that's fine. I'm used to it. Thor's the only one who respects me. And he has fur pants. His pantaloons are so thick, they're like pants. And he poops outside, which I might start doing to save water, you know. Our water bill is really expensive this month. I don't know. Did you guys see Beetlejuice? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you agree with us? If you didn't, don't talk. That's usually how I like to do these things. I saw somebody got in trouble on the internet, by the way, for one of those Scoop guys. I'm sure you guys know who he is. I've had run-ins with him before. Seems like a wonderful wonderful human being. And you know, you hate to see them get scoops wrong and then get really angry and have a public meltdown on Twitter, yelling at everybody that if they don't subscribe to their Twitter and pay them money for their scoops, that will literally be available 30 seconds later anywhere, if true. Often they're not. They aren't worth his time. So, yeah, you know, if you don't know, it rhymes with douchebag. No, it rhymes with pinpiter. Anyways, I don't know. I just went down a whole thing. Yeah, football. Football happened. That was the thing. I had the worst football weekend out of all of you. I guarantee it. Unless you're a Bengals fan, I had the worst football. Kentucky got smoked by South Carolina, which if you know, if Kentucky loses to South Carolina, it's basically season's over because everyone else is going to, beat us down. Packers lost. Jordan Love got hurt. Aaron Rodgers, and then Jets lost. Just not good. Not good. Hey, I caught you. Not you. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Jay. Hang on. Why can't I hear? Can anybody else hear Jay? All my stuff's on, but it still says I can't hear you. You guys can't hear Jay either? Jay, I don't know if you got a mic thing going on or something. Because it's not just me, but nobody can hear you. Yeah, all my stuff's connectivity. Just use your hands. It's ironic that Eminem's performing right now because I got no stare in my headphones. They came over. Yeah, the neighbor who's being too loud. The neighbor came over and cut out his voice box. I don't know. You deal with this show is a great show. All right, it's the best, and we have to have technical difficulties because if not, it would be too popular of a show. We got to really weed out the people who don't need to be here and watching this show because it's just too much fire. It's too good. It's just too good. That's what happens. We're really good at our jobs. That's basically what I'm trying to say. We took what's it been like a week? Oh, by the way, day after tomorrow, Friday night, for you people in the top 2 Patreon tiers, Friday the 13th, we are doing our Patreon party Friday the 13th. So it's a wonderful time to join, and you can try it for free in the link usually down below. Forgot to put it there. Again, really good at this. But yeah, just go to Patreon. We watched the movie. We are watching one of the Friday the 13th movies. The Patreon members are voting on it as we speak. Gonna chug a beer, and we're gonna watch and play a drinking game of one of the Friday the 13th movies. Obviously, can't show the whole movie because that's illegal. And I am someone who never breaks the law or imbibes in alcoholic beverages. So we won't be able to do those things. But we'll be able to pop it on every once in a while for a couple seconds. And we'll keep a timer so everybody can stay synced. And we can have a little watch party, Just a little watch party. It'll be fun. I can't wait. That's Friday night. And if anyone would like me to mail drugs to their house, just hit me up on www.com. I'll mail drugs to your house. My name is Mike. I don't know. What's going on with you guys while we wait for Jay to get sorted? How are you guys doing? Mind the Gap said SLC Punk Perfect Blue. I've never seen Perfect Blue. Dark City, The Faculty, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Now that is a rarity. You won't see Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island on everyone's list tonight for the top 10 movies of 1998. But I also, dude, I had a lot less honorable mentions than I typically have as well. So that's 1998 is a surprisingly not great year. Yes, we lost James Earl Jones. That is terrible. But you know what? 93 years old. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, James Earl Jones. You signed me up for 93 years old right now. I'm taking it. I'm signing it. Who wouldn't? That's what you're thinking about, right? So hell of a run. And I will not show you my tits, D. Mitch. Okay? Not without dinner and a movie. Or maybe some snacks. But that's how you get me to jiggle them. It's the Butterfingers. That's what really takes over the top. And for extra, I will wait till they melt and rub them on my nipples. That was for my wife. She was just walking by. I just wanted her to hear that. It's fine. Yeah, dude, James Earl Jones was great. A movie I put this on Twitter, at least I tried to, but I messed that up too, so I had to delete it because I spelled his name wrong twice and realized I had it right the first time, but then forgot to put the picture. It was a day, but Finder's Fee, James Earl Jones, Ryan Reynolds, Matthew Lillard, amazing movie, a great thriller. It involves a card game and a stolen lottery ticket. Super good movie. James Earl Jones was awesome in that. Super awesome in that. So if you've never seen that and you want to no, Brian Perry. not at all funny, the subject matter. There were so many people talking about it that I like that he came out like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. And he's like, James Earl Jones is dead. They're all dead. Oh, in all caps. Again, I feel terrible for laughing about that. I really do, but I'm not laughing about that. It's just the way you said it. Oh, me. I don't know what's going on, Jay. Hopefully he gets his mic sorted, whatever's going on there. So, and we'll get this listicle started. Why don't I read from some of your super chats while we wait for Jay? Okay, well, sounds nice. Tim 20C McChickens. I love that. I love that you have Bob in your picture there because I'm not kidding you guys. I'm getting that tattoo. Bob from Beetlejuice with that shrunken head face when he's being interviewed is like the literal description of how I feel as a human being when I have anxiety. I connected with that face he was making deeply. That's exactly what I feel like. So I'm getting that tattoo at some point. Hey guys, Beetlejuice is awesome. Saw it on IMAX, easily one of the best sequels made. Can't stay. Got to get back to work. Have a great night. The boss is really riding me. Thanks, Tim McGraw McChickens. Yeah, dude, I liked it a lot. Saw it a second time. Took the family to see it. Everyone enjoyed it. And it solidified that I'm right, and anyone who has a different opinion is definitely wrong. But no, man, I just enjoyed it, and I realized that people probably expected something different, and it connects in a lot of ways to the original Beetlejuice, but in a lot of ways it doesn't as well. It feels like a very different movie, yet the same. But it worked for me. I just thought it was entertaining, man. I just thought, yeah, there's a lot of storylines, and I'm seeing that a lot of people are upset because there's too many storylines, and it just goes all over the place. But I actually found, maybe it's the ADD in me, I enjoyed that. Like, I think it helped move the plot so fast and smooth and quick to the point, no faking. So I had a good time with it deep in my ass. Courtney Reed said, RIP James Earl Jones, rest in peace is what that stands for, in case you don't internet. And Peter Renaday, Splinter. I did not know the dude who voiced Splinter died as well. Oh man, that's terrible. Splinter. Yeah, it's a bad week, man. But again, I don't know how old that guy was. Hopefully he had a good as run as James Earl Jones did as well. Courtney as well gifted a membership once again, because you're a fucking beautiful soul and we love you. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. And I want to kiss your face. Joshua Ayer says, work bad, whiskey good. Ooh. I don't know exactly what that's from, but you actually sounded in my head just like Willem Dafoe in Beetlejuice when he does that like side that kick and does like ooh. Dude, Willem Dafoe is great. I don't think we mentioned that enough in our review. He was super good in that movie. Really enjoyed him. And I enjoy you, Josh Ayers, in bed and out. Pop College with Pat said, have to miss the live, but I'll be watching the replay. Got to work on Beetlejuice and made it into the movie. I'm sitting in front of, thanks again, Pop, in front of the coffee shop when Jenna Ortega rides by on her bike. Dude, that's cool as hell. Like, I literally saw that and I was like, I want to go to that coffee shop. And you could tell, at least it looks, I'm going to say this, she'd be like, actually, it was a set we built. But I wanted to go and visit that coffee shop and specifically that town. I didn't know idea where it was, but that's awesome, dude. And now I got to go see it a third time, see if we can find Pat in that movie. Got to meet Tim Burton one of the days. It was insane. Dude, that's a crazy ass. You got to do a video explaining all that if you haven't already done it. Everybody, make sure you subscribe to Pop Culture Packs. That's going to be a badass video. Thanks, buddy. Dude, that's dope as shit. I'm happy for you. Super pumped for you, man. That's awesome. Nighttime says, Mike J, where were you on September 11th, 2001? I was running a string of Golden Corrals as a franchise owner. I was in 2001. So I was in high school. Sophomore. Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school. And I got to tell you, it was a trip, man. Like, it may not seem like this now because stuff happens all the time now. Like, the world is always on fire, it seems like these days, for what a lot of people have lived through. But being a sophomore in high school, like didn't really know how to process that. Like this sounds awful, and I get how this is going to make me seem as a person, but you got to understand, we didn't know what had happened. It came on and they put it on all the TVs. Of course, back then, so old, TVs hung in the corners. Big tube TVs were hanging in the corners, like Freddy in Nightmare 3 when he's like, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." And it amazes me, by the way, in Freddy 3 that they walked in and see her stuck in the TV like 8 feet off the ground. And they're like, well, this couldn't have been anything supernatural. It's like, did she spud web herself into the TV? But anyways, they start putting all the TVs, and we're just like, none of us at the time, at least in that classroom, understood at all what that meant or what was actually happening. So we're still goofing off and shit. We're not paying any attention. We're throwing shit, horsing around or whatever. Oh, someone just turned the lights off. Had no idea what all this meant and what it would mean and that people died and all that stuff like that. I mean, it takes 2 brain cells to figure it out, but didn't have them. So we're just still horsing around and stuff, not paying attention. And we had this teacher named Mr. Riggs, who your first day in his class, he pulls out a baseball bat and he's like, if you get out of line, we want to start some shit. I swear to God, this guy did this shit. He looked like Hank from King of the Hill, but that's the kind of dude he was. And he like slams his hand down on the desk. Ironic to be in social studies or whatever when this happened, by the way, or history or whatever it was. And he yells at everybody. He's like, do you understand like what this means? Do you understand? Like just like tore into us. And all of us just like, oh, like this is some real shit. And then on the way home from school that day, in the car, like in my mom's car driving home, and I look over at the speedway and there's like, still hasn't registered exactly what's going on. Again, we hadn't gone through anything like that. But driving home from school, I look over at the speedway and just see tons of trucks and cars filling up gas cans. And I'm like, what are these crazy people doing? It's like, when it snows and everybody like, free, I got to get bread and milk. That's what it felt like. And I'm just like, oh my God. And that was the first time I was like, this is weird. We did just go through Y2K, which was semi something like that. And there's absolutely nothing like that. But like, as far as like a world event where everybody was, mass hysteria over this, it made sense, obviously, because everything that was going on. But, and then trying to watch, and then just all the news and stuff. And then when you actually saw what was going on TV, it was like, oh my God. It was one of those events. And again, not comparing the 2 events, just comparing what it was like to live through those things. It was just like Columbine. Back then, nothing like that had ever happened before. So when that was on TV, nobody watched anything else. And everyone was like, you could not wrap your mind around it just the same way. So terrible, 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 awful. It's crazy that it's so long ago. But yeah, that was, even as a kid, man, that was rough. But I'm almost glad that I was younger when it happened, because I couldn't really register all the crazy and awful things that it actually meant. That was definitely a weird thing to go through. That was almost, by the way, that was the way you said that was almost accusatory. What'd you do, fucker? No, I'm just kidding. Nighttime. Joel Valentine, thanks, buddy. Says, can my mom Irene get a heavenly shout out? She would have been 68 today if not for that damn cancer she fought for 11 years. She gave it one hell of a fight, though, boys. Cheers. Cheers to you, man, and cheers to Irene, and fuck cancer, right? And its stupid asshole. Had to be a hell of a woman, Joe. I'm sorry to hear that, man, obviously, but cheers to her and cheers to you, brother. We love you. And do we have? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, as you say, you try to get nice things in life, right? You try to fucking go out to the store and buy nice things to improve the sound quality. But you know what? Things are tight out there. I'm ready to eat a fucking dog and cats. I'm going to come to Illinois. I'm going to eat your fucking dogs and your cats because food's scarce.
They're eating our dogs.
Fucking crazy shit going on out there, y'all. You have no idea. No, I knew what happened was I got some Bluetooth headphones, and they were looking sexy and they're working good. And then as soon as I fucking plugged it in and it connected, it wants to like override the microphone and use its built-in microphone. No matter what I do, it's a son of a bitch. So I had to.
Sometimes you test things when you buy them.
I did test it. I tested it today, you son of a hoe, and it didn't work.
I do like that. I was like you sat there knowing you have a new microphone, and you come on the show, and then your microphone doesn't work, and I go, Jay, I think something might be wrong on your end, and you go,
Yeah, because
It gotta be you.
Because you know what that's called? That's called deniability and not accepting responsibility. That's what you do. You deny. Don't accept responsibility. Shift the blame to someone else, and fuck you. And that's how you get through life. That's a good lesson, y'all. That should be in a fortune cookie. Anyway, how you guys doing? You guys doing good? All right, great.
This is the Jay Playboy. You look good, man. You look good.
Thanks, man.
I want to touch your lips. What are you drinking there?
This is my Fuji apple.
Gay.
Fuji apple. Fuji.
I've never even been to Fuji.
Yeah, well, when you buy this, you also get a free Yoshibata tree. What was that shit called with Karate Kid that he was like chopping up? You know, like he gave him a little tree.
Oh, bonsai tree.
A bonsai.
Yeah, bonsai.
Yeah. Well,
Bonsai.
no, actually, it's because I do that ketosis diet. You can't drink this on ketosis. It fucking sucks, dude. Because this is flavored water. You'd be like, oh, that should go hand in hand with ketosis. But no, there's 10 goddamn calories in this.
Yeah. I've never seen a man so angrily gulp from a Fiji water before.
Because I love it.
Sight
It
to
tastes so
behold.
goddamn good. It tastes like I drink from the sun when I have this. Oh shit! Did you tell him? Did you tell them about tomorrow, Friday night? Oh,
He has risen. Christ is
God.
back. Oh, about Friday night. Yeah, I did tell him about that. Actually.
Yeah, Good Friday. Christ is that's the good news. But the other good news is that we're gonna be like, yeah, you guys gotta get on that shit, dude. Friday the 13th, a live streaming Friday the 13th. It can't get better than that, except maybe some oil and no condoms. Bareback that shit. It's gonna be fun, dude.
We're gonna be 13 again, and those two sentences don't go together, so I'm not gonna say them anymore. Ah, yes. What's up? What the maintenance guy have to fix? Your butt?
Yeah, he did. He cleaned that out real nice. Yeah, he basically turned his dick was like a bidet. No, what, dude? So
like
you guys
bidet.
haven't seen it yet. Eventually, you guys are going to see it. But like the house is complete, or the apartment's completely decorated now. Like it's completely done. All the posters, everything is done. So when he walked in, this maintenance guy, name's Corey, really nice guy, but he was like, whoa, he's like, I like your apartment, man. I was like, thanks, dude. He was like looking at all the posters as he was walking. He had to fix by the way, light out in the kitchen, and it's not because I can't change a light bulb. All right, I know what you're thinking, but it's wrong. It's because they use these. He had to put a whole new fixture in, and then he had to like fix the tub where it wasn't draining correct. But either way, anyway, he was trying to tell me about this movie. He was like, yeah, a lot of semen in there. That's all I do. That's my jerk room. That's my holy place. But no, he was telling me, he was like, you know how like people will see something, they'll try to like relate, they'll try to connect with you. He was like, man, you ever seen that movie? It's got that real crazy guy in it, Wild Eye. It was he was in that movie with DiCaprio where they were in gangs and stuff. I'm like, Daniel Day-Lewis. He's like, yeah, man, that's the guy right there, man. You ever see that movie about oil and shit? And he was like, all crazy. And I was like, there will be lights. Like, yeah, man, I love that flick, dude. I love that.
You should have started screaming, I'll drink your milkshake.
I would. No, I was just like, just fix your shit and get out.
I'll do that when I come.
Get out.
Yeah, dude. Someone stole Katie's checkbook.
Well, first off, you don't need to out me like that in front of 274 people. I was going to give it back. It was just a prank, bruh. Just a prank.
Did Aaron help you find the magical clitoris while he was over?
No, we looked and looked. The maps just were outdated.
You know, even handyman can't fix everything. You know, sometimes you just gotta chalk it up to a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know you can't do anything about that. By the way, when someone steals your checkbook, there's nothing you can do.
You can cancel your checks.
You can't cancel checks.
What?
You have to literally close your fucking bank account and start a new one. You can freeze your account, but dude, everything these days is tied to our bank card and our account. We're gonna have to go and spend hours just changing all of it around. You know, it's gonna suck.
It would take me 2 seconds. Like, yeah, well, 2 pennies. No one's gonna miss that. Don't worry about that.
No, I'm just talking about like everything from Disney Plus, which I don't know why we still pay for that. Oh, it's for the children, obviously. To like direct deposit and shit comes straight out of the fucking thing. So
yeah, I just let mine Disney Plus expire. I only had it for X-Men '97. I never finished it, but yeah. Well,
I didn't think that's crazy.
Where'd she steal it, or where'd they steal it?
Fucking Louisville, of course. We were at a hotel in Louisville, and they stole it right out of the parking lot at night. Bastards. At least they didn't break the window. We're just irresponsible and left it unlocked.
We're gonna build a wall, and we're gonna dip it in gold, and we're gonna have Mexico pay for it all.
I bet it wasn't illegal.
No, yeah, you know it is. Hey, that she just like fucking like. Were you mad at her when she told you? She was like, "Were you fucking careless, woman?"
No, because my car was right next to hers, and my car wasn't rifled with, but it was also unlocked. So I think they could smell my mannish scent on my car, which my wife today said smelled like feet.
I can smell your man pussy. Nice and stinky.
You imagine if you see somebody robbing your car and you hide in the alleyway behind it, and you go, I can smell your juices.
Dude, that, by the way, the words that I just uttered to you, it's got to make your ear bleed because it was the nastiest thing I heard, and I had to share it and get it off my chest. It was from a movie. It's like, I can smell your man pussy. That's like the nastiest fucking thing I've ever heard.
That's from the Deliverance movie. It was a Glenn Close, right?
So I don't know. It sounds like it would be, and it was like nice and stinky. I was like, that's fucking nasty. You're talking about his butthole. Anyway, so she lost.
I heard that movie sucked. Like, how does a movie that has that line in it suck?
I don't know. Do you think John Voight in that situation would be hot as fuck? Wasn't he in it, John Voight? But what she just like put, what she did, dude, it's the goddamn the Foot Clan from the Ninja Turtles stealing shit. She just put it on top of the hood of the car that it was gone.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
So what's she
doing?
How, did she just like set it down at like a bus stop or something?
No, dude, they broke in her car while we were at the hotel.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention to the details. That's why I would never be a great detective. What happened? What did you get that down? I wasn't paying attention. They were talking about something.
I was in a good mood, so like I just kept making jokes, and she didn't appreciate it. I was like,
"Well, you got the account opened up in the same day, right?
Huh?
You got the account opened up in the same day, didn't you? A new account for a bank account?
No, we haven't. We're gonna go tomorrow to do it, but it's frozen, so they can't cash it or anything. I'm interested to see though, like what they try to do.
Mercutio said he'll return Katie's checkbook next week, little bro.
Yeah,
he didn't say little. I just added that. Everybody's saying that now, like that's an insult. It's like she's not gonna sleep with you, little bro. Shut your mouth, little bro. I was like, okay, I'm not your little bro at all. The only little thing
it's like calling somebody. It's
like
calling somebody boy. You know, you just don't do it unless you're trying to start.
What's up, little bro?
Trying to throw down. Right. I will say that there's a cool bar there called The Garage that plays fucking nothing but pop punk. Like they played Blink like 3 times when we were out there. It was great. I enjoyed it. Soccer is still not an entertaining sport to watch. I hate to.
Did you see those commercials that Lexington's supposed to get like a soccer team? I was like, I don't give a shit. They're like, Ohio, or whatever they say.
Same. But hey, it is nice to go out on the pitch because they call it a pitch. Not a field. It is nice to go out and have a couple beers on a nice day and watch a sport and use it as an excuse to hang out in the sunshine. So I'm all for it. You fucking hater.
Hey, so guys, I don't understand this. So on the bottom here, it says 0 calories per serving, but on the back it says per container 10 calories. But is this one serving? But per container, or is it a container?
I'm just going to sit back and let you work through that one on your own.
Why don't you shut the fuck up, okay? My strong suit is not numbers, nor at math, or nutritional values.
Yeah. It's that bottle is 1 container.
That's stupid. They should put that down on the bottom there. They should say 1 container, 10 calories.
It's where it says this many servings per container.
Look.
That's what that. Yeah.
No, but you see?
0. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah,
and if you look on the back there,
that's true.
Look at that sneaky bullshit right there.
That's a good. It's got some nice autofocus though.
Yeah, but dude, that's another thing I got mad. I was on the middle of Ketosis yesterday, and I was going to the fridge, and I was like, "Oh, here's a good drink," because you drink a lot, not like alcohol, you can't have that. But I was like, "Oh, it's a Mountain Dew, and I'll drink that Diet Mountain Dew that is." And I fucking drank it. I had to end my Ketosis early because it's goddamn 5 calories in the fucking bottle. And then I got mad at April and smacked her. And that's how the light fixture broke, and it was a crazy day. But the maintenance guy was great.
You let him take a couple swings at her while I was over.
D-Mitch says 10 calories won't break ketosis yet. I swear to God, it literally says you are not allowed to have 1 calorie, not one.
Come will break ketosis.
Yeah, I can't even do my favorite pastime.
Gary's top 10 or top 5 of 1998 are Rounders, American History X, Walking Boy, Rush Hour, A Perfect Murder. Ooh, I've never seen A Perfect Murder.
That's a good one.
That's a tight list. I never was a fan of Waterboy. I know people fucking hate me for that because like medulla oblongata, but it's one of the we've talked about this a million times. Adam Sandler has certain voices that get on your nerves and certain ones that don't, and that's one that just gets on my nerves.
I could handle Bobby Boucher's accent all right in that one. I cannot handle Little Nicky. Waterboy's not on. I'll just go ahead and spoil that. That's not on my list either. But I like Waterboy, okay, but it's not. I literally watched it once, kind of chuckled a few times, and then that was it. I never watched it again.
Let's jump into the list and knock that out and get back to your all super chats right after that and have a good time hanging out with our butts. Okay. Let me pop this up right here. And
dude, April was going through the list of 98 and she's like, "Oh, did you?" Because I was like, "Baby, don't tell me anything else because you're gonna upset the entire top 10 and I have to go back and fix it because I missed one."
Yeah.
And she told me one. I was like, "All right, I fixed that." And then she's like, "Oh, I was like, God damn it, don't say a word. Don't."
Wait, you have April do your research for you?
No. I'd already made my top 10. Then she was like going through hers, and she was like, "Oh, did you think about this one too?" And then I'm like, "God fucking damn it!" And then there was one that she told me that was like a fucking bullet. It literally shattered my whole top 10. And I had to go back and reset everything. I talked to her for at least a good 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely her fault.
100%.
What's your number 10? These are our top 10 movies of the year 1998. As always, disclaimer: we are not saying that these are the best movies of 1998. These are just our personal favorites. So it will be a shitty list that you will not agree with, and it will make you want to abuse your own penis.
Yeah,
or
this was actually a lot like it's been a while since it's been a difficult decade. This one or this particular year was pretty difficult. Either way, anyway, my number 10 is
kind of suck compared to the other ones, by the way. Compared to the last few we've done, 98 kind of blew.
Mine's not good. It's going to sound low, and that's fine. Don't worry about it, but it's all going to be good in the end. Hour of Rush Hour, that is. Little Chris Tucker, little Chan of Jackie. Great combo, great buddy cop film. They're as a buddy cop duo, they're probably in the top 5, easy, no doubts. Don't you dare arguments to me. But yeah, it's that Rush Hour is a great comedy, dude. It's got great action. It's got like, the first time I ever was introduced to Chris Tucker was Friday. So when he did the jump here into Rush Hour with Jackie Chan, it was fucking awesome, dude. I think he did a great job. And again, the chemistry was off the chart between the two. The bad guy was. It wasn't even the main bad guy that I hated. I hated that one cocksucker that dyed his hair like Slim Shady, that little Asian bitch. And he was like, "Cause what? Took off your like that guy." I fucking hated that guy. I hated that motherfucker more than anybody else, and I'm glad that he died. But anyway, other than that, I thought the movie was solid. I loved it.
Big Joe Grizzly said Blackie Chan.
Yeah, he was. Whoa. Yeah. What it is, it's good for. No, man, you say it like a damn karate movie. You go, wow. I can't say what he said, but remember when he went to the bar, he's like, "What's up?" He's like, "What the fuck did you just say?" He's like, "What's up?" And
that is a funny.
Yeah, dude. There we go. He's like, "Grab that joint." He's like, "You got a prescription for this?" He's like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "You go, where that? Where that? Where is it? Where's that?" He's like, "I'm taking this."
Do you like the second one better than the first one?
Is that the one with the laptop when he is like fighting?
Oh, I don't remember either of them very well.
Well, there's one where he was like, he took the laptop from the guy and he like starts crushing it, and then all these big sumo guys stand up. He's like, that was an awful one. I'm gonna get you a better one. That one was an old one. I like them. I think the first one's. I like the first one better. No, the first one's better. Like that's the whole thing was like, don't you ever touch a backbench radio, boy? That gets you shot. You can do that shit in China. Don't you ever do that around here? Like there's a lot of quotable lines in that movie.
Today, if it came out, they'd call it problematic.
Well, yeah, 100% they'd never make it. Like I like that part where he was like, he actually was. He's like, I like to find out how full of shit they are. He's like, what the hell did you just say? Because he sounds like damn fortune cookie.
That's a good one. I had it on my list. Did not make my list, but I had it on my list. I gotta watch it again though. I might change my mind about that. It's been like 20, 40 years since I've seen it.
Somebody said, I'm a punk bitch. I'm a little punk bitch.
My number 10 is it's gonna seem really low to you guys. It's gonna be The Faculty. That's gonna be number 10 on this list. I absolutely adore this movie. Love it all the way up to in my tum-tum. But I gotta tell you, man, when you go back and watch it now, much like I Know What You Did Last Summer, it is full of flaws as a film. My God, some of the worst CGI this side of Escape from LA. Just awful CGI at times. Some really dumb stuff in it, chopped up weird. But I'll say this: it was a great time capsule of time. Josh Hartnett with that awful, wonderful haircut, guaranteed to jack you up. I love this movie with all my heart and farts. So I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just saying.
And it literally goes and it reinforces the idea that Josh Hartnett just won't comb his fucking hair. Comb your hair.
Comb your hair.
It's a great movie though. It's got great soundtrack, and also
How am I responsible for you, Mom?
Robert Patrick's great too. I liked how he gave the raindrops head in the middle of the field, and all those tentacles were coming out of his face, and they were giving the raindrops head. It was great.
He's so good in that movie. I love Robert Patrick in that movie.
Yeah, it's great. Number 9 is going to be a little bit of a Geddon of Arma. Okay, we're gonna have some Bruce Willis stop it. Okay, we gotta drill that fucking hole and put our dicks in it to stop it from coming to the earth. And that was a wonderful movie. Geddon of Arma.
Also, great Alkaline Trio song.
Yeah, and you know what? Also, a great Steven Tyler one hit. Also on that song.
I'm just going to throw this up so while we both talk about it because it is also my number 9.
Oh,
Sex Kitten, you. Dear God.
Because I've been drilling all my life. You know, it's a science. I gotta be honest with you, like you know what, Ben Affleck wasn't the greatest in this at all. Like he was still learning his chops as far as an actor goes, but everything else about this movie was really solid. I did like all the relationships that they were, you know, between everybody. Michael Clark Duncan was really good in this as well. Yeah, you don't get these kind of movies anymore. It was like sad, but it had like this like historic coming together, like Avengers moment without them being superheroes, but it felt like that. I don't know. And also the guy that what was his name? Chick, the one that goes to that's got the gambling problem. I think his name is Chick. The girl, the or his former wife or whatever, the little boy. He's like, you don't have to tell him who it's from. Just I've got something big, something kind of big. That guy. Do you know who the mom is? Yeah, Patton. Do you know the mom is the original April O'Neil?
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I did not know that. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
dude, that entire movie is so stupid. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with it because, like, when it came out, I was like, oh, my God, this movie's dumb. And I guess I was having one of those days where I felt like I was special and smarter than everybody else because the truth about the movie is yeah, it's fucking dumb. And it's also entertaining as shit. And if you are too good for it, then you're a piece of shit. Yeah. And that's how I feel about it. As bad as a movie it is, it's just as good. Yeah. And it was the heyday of Bruckheimer and Michael Bay and all that shit.
100%. Yeah. It's a pure Michael Bay movie. And it's like literally injecting your like veins with like fucking Monster energy drink and then going and banging your head to like Kid Rock with cowboy hats. It's about as American as an American gets. God damn it. Man. If you want to love America, you love Armageddon.
And I never knew I wanted to run animal crackers up and down Liv Tyler's belly button until I watched it.
I'm not gonna lie, I rewound that scene a few times. Anyway, it's great.
It's been great for me.
Yep.
But you know, it's also it's a tearjerker as well. Underrated tearjerker.
It is. It really is. He goes. I always like that. He goes. What was it at the very end? He goes. He's like, "I love you, kid. Always have. Take care of whatever her name was." He's like, somebody was in the chat. He's like, "I love you, Harry." I was like, "Dude, that just sounds like shit. Don't you ever do that to me. Don't you ever break my heart like that."
It actually pissed me off the first time I watched it because I was like, all right, we're dealing with fucking popcorn entertainment here. We're dealing with dumb, happy, forget the world, popcorn, dumb shit entertainment. That movie was not serious enough for them to kill off Bruce Willis. All right. It's just like right in that he survives. He fucking rides the debris from the asteroid to the earth and survives. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason to make us sad at the end of fucking Armageddon. So I do have qualms with that point.
What was it, Michael? Because what's going on, Harry? They find oil on Uranus. I know that joke is stupid, but it made me laugh. Anyway,
the best part of the movie is when they're gearing up to go up there.
That's when it feels like the Avengers coming together without them being superheroes.
Yeah,
and it was Michael Bay, right? It wasn't Bruckheimer.
I actually don't know.
Was it Jerry Bruckheimer? I don't know. Either way, they're both. I mean, Bruckheimer's a better director, but either way,
I agree. They work together a lot.
They do. The Rock.
Michael Bay directed.
Okay. Yeah. My number 8 is going to be a little bit of Carpenter of John's Vampires. Let's bring that in there, guys. John Carpenter's Vampires, underrated as fuck. Just in my opinion, not as good, but close to Dusk Till Dawn. If there was a competition, I don't know. It's going to be close. Okay, it's going to be fucking Mike Tyson versus I don't know who beat his ass, Buster Douglas. I mean, that really wasn't a close match. Actually,
a lot of people since.
But no, either way, vampires, dude. The guy, the fucking big giant vampire guy, which by the way, again, blew my fucking mind years later. It's the Karate Kid bad guy from Part 3. Karate Kid 3, he's the guy with the ponytail. Unfucking believable. That's him. Unfucking believable. Well, that's him. And then and he also reminds me of the lead singer of fucking Third Eye Blind, jacked up on steroids and fucking blood.
Yeah. Stephen Jenkins.
I'll always bite you down. But and then James Woods is a badass in this, dude. I love this goddamn movie. The very beginning of the movie opens up with a banger. That abandoned house, they're going in hunting vampires and shit. They're like goddamn Ghostbusters of the vampire world. Got no time to fucking padre shit with you. Just gonna take your ass in the sunlight and give you some fucking vampire lovins in the head.
I'm gonna suck your dick.
I love that shit.
I mean, your blood. Sorry, I was thinking about.
So I said, that hotel scene is so crazy. Yeah, dude. And also, it was one of the Baldwin brothers that don't kill people allegedly. Which one was it?
Not Steven or Billy?
It might have been Steven. It was one of the Baldwins that's actually decent. I think it might have been Steven Baldwin.
I've always wanted to love that movie as much as you. I just think after that opening act, it just goes downhill. But that's just me. I don't.
Like Michael Manier's like, I like it when he talks shit to the priest. He's like, hey, Padre, my nuts are on fire. You can help me.
James Woods is like, I mean, person you can argue, but like, dude, he had some great fucking lines.
I love him. I think he's great. Yeah.
My number 8 is going to be The Wedding Singer. Somebody kill me, please, dude. It's one of Adam Sandler's most underrated movies. I think because he has that stupid wig on, you kind of forget it's him, maybe. But I think he toned it down a little bit because I think at some point when they were making this, he realized like this is actually a pretty good, like actual, like pretty good rom-com. Like it doesn't even have to be that silly, even though it still had. It was actually one of the perfect. Fuck me in the butt with a stick. Ingredients list of. Yeah, it was the perfect amount of toned down for a Happy Madison movie because like the movie was funny on its own without getting too fucking crazy, but the songs were really good. Yeah. The end was actually like, how many times have you done a rom-com? Somebody chased someone down to the airport and it's dumb, but the way they did that when he had the song and like the "I Want to Grow Old with You" song is actually kind of fucking cute, and not to not to be like gay or anything, because definitely not that. But yeah, dude, it's just fucking hilarious, man.
The wedding, I like it. Really good. Yeah, and also isn't Patricia Arquette's? Isn't her older brother, or the one guy that was dressed up as Boy George? Isn't that one of the Arquettes?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think he unfortunately he apparently you can't say certain words. He ended himself. But yeah, that was a cool guy. I think he was an Arquette.
I honestly have no idea, but for some reason that part just popped in my head. It's like, oh, it's like that information would have been useful yesterday. I quote that shit all the time.
Yeah, yeah. The Wedding Singer wasn't bad at all. I like it, and it was actually weird because he had several movies come out in '98. Adam Sandler did. Like there were several.
It was, by the way. You're right, Alexis Arquette.
Alexis Arquette, yeah. I like it. Good solid pick at 8.
Thanks.
Let's come on here and land this big bird bitch. At number 7, it's going to be, you got to stop with the kids are getting crazy. It's disturbing behavior, okay? No means no, you fucking weird psychopath. This is what happens when you go to a
Why not?
This is what happens when you drink too much natural light and go to a 5-Finger Death Punch concert. You just can't get it out of your head and you start acting weird and shit. I'm kidding. I kind of like them, but not really. But anyway, I like disturbing behavior. First off, I think it's a superior plot to The Faculty. I do like The Faculty, but The Faculty just didn't make my top 10 here, Chief. It just won't do it. But I like.
Oh overall, shit! I thought it'd be higher than mine.
No, it don't do it around here. But
my son would have
because I must choose side. Cobra Kai or is it going to be Miyagi-Do? I choose Cobra Kai. Okay, strike hard, strike fast, strike without mercy. But anyway, disturbing behavior. James Marsden, I think he's a better lead. I think the relationship between him and Katie Holmes is far superior than what's going on in The Faculty. Not that The Faculty is bad in any regards, but I feel like there's just too much shit going on. Disturbing behavior, it feels like it narrows it down. It actually feels like something like more of a Stephen King type of thriller movie than it is. Like The Faculty is like this gigantor type of plot they're trying to tell, and the disturbing behavior is more of a narrowly focused plot, which I do enjoy that better. And then, to be fair, like I feel like that's already happening in today's world, just not in the way that it happened in the movie, but it's like fucking TikTok. Like TikTok is making people do stupid shit and being like part of the system now. So
they're eating dogs.
They're eating dogs and cats in Springfield, Illinois, or was it Ohio?
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, Freddy
Krueger, saw it on the lady said it on the TV.
Well, they're not eating dogs, but they're licking fucking toilet seats for sure. These dumb shit ass kids and eating Tide Pods. If you're not fucking retarded after doing that, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like it's fucking stupid. Anyway, it's disturbing behavior for me at number 7 because I think it's a better movie overall, and I do enjoy Marsden and Katie Holmes. And I feel like, again, I know it's all science fiction, it's all out there, but I feel like that shit is a lot more believable or could happen versus The Faculty where the aliens take over and they have tentacles that come out of their face. They suck on fucking water and they want to take over the world. I just don't buy
it. Yeah, I do. I the first time I watched that, I'd never seen it until we did a review for it. And I watched it the first time and I didn't like it that much. And then I went back and I watched it again and I was like, okay, I get it. Like I had a really good time with the second time. I mean, it's sort of, and like, God, damn, does it rip off like every movie in history.
Who?
But it's so weird. Like when Nick Stahl is sitting there, and again, Nick Stahl trying to be cool can easily ruin a movie. It did the same thing with Terminator 3.
Yeah, dude, I didn't like him at all. But he actually fit that skank part. He was skank as fuck.
When he was sitting there like, what you got over here is you got your stoners. And like,
yeah, but dude,
definitely
but
metal.
Nick Stahl,
like, I don't
Nick
know.
Stahl in the role that he was in Disturbing Behavior is the best fucking Nick Stahlish role I've ever seen. He's literally the definition of butt crack skank. And the only other time that he was like better than that was in that movie Bully. That movie made me feel fucking weird, dude. Bully was nasty. He was gross in that too.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that one. But yeah, no, it's good. I love it. And everybody forgets, but William Sadler as the crazy catch 22 fucking janitor in that. I actually really thought the scene at the end. Love the soundtrack, by the way. That
It was great.
hey, got you where I want you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
When he drives off the fucking cliff and all those, that was a pretty dope ending.
Yeah,
The worst part of that movie is when they try to do that. I swear to God, they put this scene together just so they could show them running away while Harvey Danger played in the background.
That's
that
I will sit up. Yeah.
Yeah. But when they go visit that they go on their Scooby-Doo spree, and she's like, "Oh, pretty little flowers in the garden," or whatever the thing is. She said it like 10,000 times. But no, that's a good pick.
I like that one guy. I like that one dude that has this Leatherman jacket. He's like, "Why don't you want to go out with me?" God damn it, you fucking bitch! I was like, "Hey, isn't that just like every NFL player now in an elevator? Isn't what they do?" And they don't have a fucking chip in their head. They just do that shit.
Yeah, honestly, that pretty much just checks out. That and probably a lot of WWE wrestlers.
Oh,
number 7 for me is going to be Nozzled You, my friend. Night at the Roxbury.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh god damn it, it's so lonely because I want it to be on my list too, but it just won't make it.
This is one of my favorite movies to watch together when we were growing up, because Jay and I probably, between this and Half Baked, we probably watched this movie like 72 times. Like, we'd be hanging out like, I don't know, man, there's nothing to watch. What do you want? It's like, you want to watch Night at the Roxbury? It's like, yeah. But dude, endlessly quotable, fucking like just a lot. It's one of those movies that you would show a girl, and 90% of the time she'd be like, this is fucking stupid. You're like, just don't get it. But like, you also get why people would think it's stupid, because it's so fucking dumb. But God,
there's not even cable in the guest house. Well, there's Cinemax, but there's no HBO. God, yeah, dude. Well, you know what's weird? It's also the main guy in that was Richard Grieco. That was the main like cameo celebrity that they were always
Richard Grieco.
Yeah, but they were like, turn his head and tipped it like that. It's the Mighty Ducks, man. I swear to God, I was like, Emilio. No, out of all the movies that Emilio Estevez could have cameoed in, it would have been amazing to see him cameo in Night at the Roxbury. But apparently,
God, you're right.
It would, but yeah, apparently he was kind of done with acting even at that point. But either way, dude, yeah, it's one of the best. It's definitely maybe the only movie with Chris Kattan I've ever laughed at, except for his little small role in House on Haunted Hill. He was funny in that.
And the one line from Corky, not Corky, from whatever movie that was, where it's like, "You got some cookies."
Like,
that was the only part of that movie that was funny.
I like it. He's like, I broke the window again. So like, don't worry, I'll just tell Dad that you did it. He goes, but I didn't do it. He goes, I know. Yeah.
It's actually got really weird and fucked up at certain times in that movie too. Like, if you watch it, you'll be surprised at how dark it gets.
Yeah. And it also introduced a lot of folks who didn't know about it, because I had jock jams. I was way ahead of the curves. Hadaway, What Is Love? But a lot of people was like, what is this? What is this hit? I don't know what this is. I knew what Hadaway was all about a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, dude. I wish, man, I wanted it on my list real fucking bad, but it couldn't make it. It just couldn't get in there.
Yeah, Colin's right. Like, inside of the bar is the inside.
Like, the outside is the inside, and the inside and the out. Does that just blow your mind?
Dude, there's so many quotable lines that I can't remember, but it's so weird to me that the dad in that was also in. They tried to do a serious thing in Alien Resurrection and had him play the dude that was on Alien Resurrection, but he's also the dad in Clueless.
Yeah, that guy. I like that guy. He reminds me of Big Dad. I don't know what it is. He goes,
maybe that's why I like him so much.
Yeah, he was like, I got one son. He goes, who can't do anything because he got his head up in the clouds. I got another son with his head up his ass.
Remember when he gets pissed? He gets pissed at his dad and he loads the truck and he's just like picking him up and just fucking launching the into the back.
Holly was like this. She's like, him, me, him, you. Well, he goes, hey, did you got my ass? No. Shit, do you want me to? Like, I'm just kidding. Continue. Just want
to let you know if you did. You're blocking up the wrong tree. That's
he's like, he goes, sir, it's whatever. He just called. He said there's no way he could have grabbed your ass from where he's at. He's like, what is he up to now? Yeah, dude, it's like
You got a date with her at the municipal court system.
All right, friend, up top. Woo. Yeah, dude, it's great. I know we were rattling on a lot, but it's a great movie, guys. If you guys have never seen that movie, do yourself a favor and check it out tonight.
Someone needs to vote on that for a Patreon stream because that would be a blast.
My number 6 is going to be something that I am not really.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Robin said, Doug is like a copy machine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like Connie overloaded here. My number 6 is I don't particularly partake in the dirty giggle bush because it just doesn't do it for me like it does for these fellas, but a little bit of half baked.
I know.
Baked half. Yeah, dude. I remember speaking of movies that we watched nonstop relentlessly when we were kids, it was definitely Night of the Roxbury and Half Baked. I remember Mike and I watching this movie and smoking an entire carton of cigarettes because we thought they were equal to like smoking weed. It was not true, and our lungs hurt for a month. But it is what it is. We really didn't inhale it. It was just like those like movie things, like we just blowing it out. We weren't really inhaling it. But anyway, we wasted an entire fucking carton of cigarettes. My dad was pissed. But anyway, it's a great goddamn movie for various reasons. I love it, dude. First off, again, talking about the chemistry, all 4 of these guys, the 4 roommates in this particular movie. Wow, dude. Are we on the same page or what? And we didn't even do shrooms together today.
It's like we should fuck in each other's butts.
Yeah, dude. Well, here's the hey, girl, you hungry? What do they say after that, D-Land? That's what I thought. You can't say it.
It goes pop, 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 pop.
That's why I can't say it. It goes, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out. And then he throws that big fucking hamburger and it just hits that guy in the face. Goes, Scarface, it goes, hey, yo, guy, did you kill my dog? And the guy's like, he's like, I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I believe it. But yeah, anyway, Dave Chappelle, dude, Abba Sabba, you my only friend. Dave Chappelle, Scarface, the guy, I love that comedian too, and I can never remember his name. He also played Rocket Man. The other roommate.
Oh, I don't know his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
I love that guy. And
Cardigan? Yeah. Pull over. No, it's a cardigan. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. I love all the Pennsylvania state trooper and Dumb and Dumber. But yeah, dude, I don't know if you guys know Butternuts. Say it,
Butternut.
Say
Butternuts.
Because you got to get me out of here. Because first off, there's Naughty Nate come out of left field, then Scrollmaster beat him up, and then, like it's crazy stuff. And they were trying to get. He's like, no, Chuggle Fluff, Naughty Chuggle Fluff.
Yeah,
he called him Nasty Nate. Remember when he was in the bathroom and he dropped the towel and it went and like it's slow-mo, and then Nasty Nate was behind him going like this, like a monster, and then Scrollmaster was like, oh, Nasty Nate, I told you, that's my bitch.
Kevin did this. I forgot about that part too. He's like, what part did you make? He's like, right down to the bitch.
Did we do a Patreon review for that?
I don't think we have, man. Which we should. We should actually get together and smoke weed together and watch it.
I won't do that. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't. I wish I could. It could be as cool of a day for me as what it is for those guys when they smoke it. But it just makes me paranoid. I feel like I'm.
Are you back?
No, dude. I feel like I'm in a beautiful mind. Like I'm John Nash. Just leave me alone and let me do my patterns and things like that.
Yeah, dude. That movie's so funny.
And also for goddamn.
He had the ice cream in his mouth. Like, God damn.
Motherfuckers ice cream.
Dude, I literally quote this every time I smell weed, which is like every time you go outside these days, which is fine. But like every time I smell, I'm like, I don't know, somebody forgot to do their dirty shirt laundry, or someone's smoking some weed up in here or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, when he starts up in the weed, he's like, wowie.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. And it really was a great story too, because at the end of the day, that was just Dave Chappelle's life hanging out with people after the comedy club. That's what they did. They got up to craziness, those guys.
Yeah, it's like, and what was that shit we used to eat back in the day? Pussy.
Remember when he was talking to Willie Nelson? He's like, you know how much condoms used to cost back in the day? He's like, no, I have no idea. It's nothing. I don't know. We never used them.
That was a great cameo.
Because he was like, I remember when a dime bag used to cost a dime.
Stacy probably goes like, you ever suck some dick for some weed, man?
He goes, huh? Well, that's an addiction. Abracadabra. Goes, yo, it's your titty popped out.
That's the movie we always quote when Christopher Sampson pops in. By the way,
because you want some
candy to the moon.
No, I don't. I'm good, thanks. I would really like some heroin though. Fine China.
Dude, I forgot about so many of these lines in that movie.
dude.
It's so damn good. And for those of you on the podcast, Half Baked is both of our number 6. What's because we share 2 brains, and we also share women.
Of course,
that's not true. We used to.
Yeah,
we did once. That was a fun day.
Fine.
What's number 5?
My number 5 is going to be slice.
You and I remember Budapest very
different. Blade.
Oh shit! I thought that'd be higher on your list.
Listen, I almost fucking forgot about it, and that was the one that completely annihilated my goddamn top 10 because she was like, "Oh, baby, did you not put Blade?" I was like, "You motherfucker."
You guys say baby to each other too much. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. You should stop it for me.
I don't even know her name anymore. It's just baby. That's what I do. Why don't you ignore your goddamn your fucking commentary on my life?
What's with the Inquisition?
Yeah, what about? Are we in Spain? Are you saying that I don't believe in God? Because you're wrong. I do. It wasn't me. It was the house down the street that said curses to God. You should go down there and burn them down. Anyway, that's what I would do. I literally would roll on my fucking neighbors if I was in the Spanish Inquisition. I don't care. I have no shame. But anyway, Blade, dude. Yes, Blade. We talk about who was the
Robin said, I think it's romantic. Yo, fuck you, Robin.
Thanks, Robin. Appreciate that. $5 is in the mail to you. I will say this about, we always talk about who started the actual, like, they always bring Marvel into it. They say MCU, Iron Man, all that stuff. Always give them heaps and heaps and heaps and praises and dicks and glaze their ass all day long about how awesome Marvel is. And they started it all. No, child. You forget lots of things. You forget that in 1989, Punisher come out very extreme with Frank Castle, Punisher. But then in 1998, Blade. Come and slice ass, unite everyone and say, hey, who is this? This Blade, vampire hunter. Huh?
What's the mystical song? How's it go?
Slice and dice the edge of the blade. And it goes, I'm dirty. I get all the way down in the garbage. But memorize it, take a picture, write a book. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I remember, dude, it's so cringy. When I was a kid, I got that fucking album, dude. I got the Blade soundtrack album, and I used to listen to it, and I had no idea. I couldn't even understand half the fucking words, dude, at all. I can't. I'm white and slow. I couldn't understand it. So, but I'd still be like, yeah, Blade. I would literally be getting ready to go to school, listening to fucking Mystical in the bathroom. Mom was like, turn that down. That's awful. Because mom don't allow cussing in your house. It was so embarrassing. But anyway, yeah, but Blade, without a doubt, is the most badass of all badasses as far as any comic book movie come to life, because it was so unique in the fact that it brought together people that never read a comic book before. They didn't have to enjoy that movie, and the people that were obsessed with comic book movies could also enjoy it. I think, and you know what, Wesley Snipes himself, dude, without a doubt, he is as like needed for that character and all encompassing with that character as Hugh Jackman is with Wolverine. And actually, I think Blade's been the same superhero longer than Hugh Jackman, but because I think that cameo that he had in Deadpool Wolverine was that made it he's the longest. So anyway, but dude, yeah, I don't need to explain about what Blade. It's like a fucking vampire hunter that whoops ass left and right, up, down, in your face. We love it. Blade, Wesley Snipes all day long.
One of the greatest opening scenes of all time too. The
nightclub scene.
Yeah, the blood showers. Or whatever.
Well, and also that was Tracy Lords. She's like, what are you packing down there, little man? He was like, that's my heat seeker. And like, she grabs his dick. He's like, you called your dick a heat seeker.
That movie's crazy, dude. Like, when you go back and watch it, you forget just how R-rated it was. Like that one vampire that was on Grounded for Life. I don't know why that's where I always remember the actor from or whatever. Like, he had girls like going down on him in the
shit.
It was dark. It was dirty.
I fucked up. Sorry, guys. If you hadn't seen that movie, I'm sorry. It's not, that didn't really happen. That was a lie. I was fucking lying to you about Blade. Wesley Snipes. It wasn't that.
Ah, shit, dude. At this point, it's fucking everywhere. They put it in the trailers now. Like, Blade's in the trailers for Deadpool Wolverine now.
Fuck you, Clinton, for making me feel bad. I'm sorry that you haven't seen it.
It's like, it hasn't come out in Saskatchewan yet, you bastards.
I'm sorry, but I am sorry if you haven't seen it. Damn my face.
I think he had to be fucking with you. You had to be fucking with him. You had to.
By the way, Mind the Gap says Tracy Lord was so hot in the opening. She was incredibly sexy in that.
I don't think so, but whatever. So I'm just kidding. That was a lie. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. It was a joke. My number 5 is going to be Lethal Weapon.
I knew it was going to be. I knew it. I saw it on there. I was like, Mike's going to have to fucking Mel Gibson stuff tonight. It's going to have to happen.
Yeah. It's what I do every time. It's still hairy, and you know that's just what happens sometimes. But no, I know people are going to crucify me for this one because I love the Lethal Weapon franchise and I love it deep, dark, long, and into the night. And I don't care if people say that Lethal Weapon 4 is the worst movie in the franchise. I think that might be true, but it's also that at least gives it a 9 for me because there's 4 perfect movies almost in that franchise. And I love the opening when they have the jokes where they're running around their boxers or whatever, just like classic. To me, there never needs to be a Lethal Weapon 5 because Lethal Weapon 4 captured them at their oldest age doing what they were doing perfectly. And like on their way out, like, you know, really reaching when they do the scene where it's so underrated, where Danny Glover accidentally shoots his gun in the locker room.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, everybody's thinking he's getting too old anyway, so he's super stressed about it. And then he accidentally fires his gun in the locker room. He does the desk pop from the other guys, basically. But Mel Gibson Riggs comes in and starts slamming lockers around, and people come around. He's like, "What? You got a fucking problem?" And he's like covering for him.
Yeah.
Like, but then he looks over at him, and his eyes get all sad because he knows his friend's getting too old to actually do this shit. And it's just one of those little moments that made that franchise so good. It's those are best fucking friends, man. I love Lethal Weapon 4. Suck my ass.
I thought it sucked, dude. But you know, it is what it is.
Eat me,
No, dude, is that the one that Chris Rock was in?
Yeah. It's Ron Barber says,
I
"Your
like
baby's having my baby."
Yeah,
Oh, baby.
I did like that one. Yeah. Can you go full screen? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right.
You got it, sister.
Huh?
Hang on. I said, "You got it, sister." Hang on one second. I'll just
I'll be right back.
There we go.
All right.
Now you can't see us. You can only hear us. I could be slapping my dick on my keyboard right now, and none of you would know. What could that noise be? It could be anything. You ever mix macaroni and cheese in a bowl? It's the grossest noise you've ever heard in your fucking life, man. I'll tell you what. The grossest noise you've ever heard in your life. I'm gonna do number 4 while Jay is taking a tinkle in the toiletries. And my number 4 is going to be, we'd already talked about it a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of Blade. Okay. We already talked about why it's a great movie. One of the greatest horror openings of all time. Wesley Snipes just brought that character to life for so many people. But most people didn't even know what in the fuck Blade was. My favorite part about that movie is when the cops are chasing him and they start shooting at him because they think he's the bad guy. He turns around and in disbelief, Wesley Snipes goes, "Are you out of your damn mind?" Like just the way he said it. He could have said fucking. I don't remember for sure. But also great bad guy, man. Steven Dorff was such a good bad guy for Blade in that movie. Like he was a dick. You hated him. And I love the giant guy that's in the basement that they like the Jabba the Hutt dude, like the pizza, the whatever the fuck that they shine the light on and burn. He's like, like for some reason, I don't know. It's just a cool scene in a cool movie. Chris Christopherson as Whistler was badass. That movie's just dope. They don't make them like that anymore. They just don't. Like, that's what it was. Thank you so much, Holly. That's why you're the best. Motherfucker, you out your damn mind? So good. Wesley Snipes at his peak. Is right up there with the Always Bet on Black line from Passenger 57. Another super dope Wesley Snipes movie. Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Blade. I don't like Blade 2. And most people shit on me for that, but I'm not a Blade 2 guy. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good film. And I don't care who knows it.
Blade 2?
What? Yeah, I don't like it. I think it sucks.
God, what a fucking Marxist pig you are.
I guess it's Guillermo. I don't know.
I think it's all right. I think Blade 2 it's not as good as everyone else made it out to seem, but it was not bad. Blade Trinity sucks ass though. Blade Trinity. I just thought,
yeah, it is really bad. I just recently watched that, but Ryan Reynolds does have some great one-liners in that. He's like, I just farted. Yeah. You cock-juggling thunder cunt.
But Blade 2, and the reason why Blade 2 is also good for me though is also I remember I had just got a job at Movie Gallery as a clerk, and that was one of the first, as a perk. I could take that home 3 days before we released it to the public, y'all. Fucking high up perk right there, y'all.
Someone was having a meltdown on Twitter, and they were like, "I don't know why I worry about you little people. I'm standing at a TIFF premiere right now, and I'm worried about what you think about me." And some guy was like, "Hey, good luck getting laid because you were at a TIFF preview. Congratulations, pal."
What's that?
That's not what you were doing. You were sharing a good memory, but just reminded me of that. That guy's a douche.
Tomo Goda says Jay was spoiling movies before it was cool. Fuck yeah, dude. But you know what? I love doing it too. Is these jock assholes. I remember they didn't even like Star Wars. They didn't even like Star Wars. Okay, they came to me in like 90, like when the Phantom Menace came out. They're like, "Hey Jay, you watch Star Wars, right?" Because they knew that. I was like, "Yeah, fuck you." And they're like, they were trying to ask me questions and stuff because they really were getting into the Force. And I'm like, "You're not worthy. You're Sith Lord motherfuckers. You don't even deserve a Jedi to touch you, let alone give you the knowledge of the Force." Because they were asking about Darth Maul, and I'm like, "Yeah." The guy with the double-bladed lightsaber that fights Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi and kills Qui-Gon Jinn and sets Obi-Wan Kenobi on the path to become Anakin Skywalker's teacher, that moment. And they're like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You never will.
And then I cut him in half and kicked him in a pit.
That made me feel good, dude. Because they were mad that I spoiled it. Like, fuck, dude. I haven't seen it yet. I'm like, I did. Anyway,
fuck.
But yeah, Blade.
And then the guy threw up all over himself.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, it didn't happen because I was scared they'd punch me in the nose. But I did say it in my head. I screamed it.
It was like when Cliff Booth drives home after he gets kicked off the set, and he imagines in his head him beating Bruce Lee's ass. That's what happened. Jay drove home from that exchange and imagined that whole thing went down.
I said all of that shit in my head. All of it.
We all do it. We've all done it.
Oh yeah, D-Land, hit the like button, fam. For shout. We feel good on that.
Stick it in.
Smash
that. Smash that like button.
Smash the like button, bro. If you like what you see, definitely hit us up on social media because we're on all that shit. Instagram, Facebook, MySpace. And don't forget, TikTok coming soon. So we got to have those likes to get into the algorithm, bro.
I love it in those because my 8-year-old watches them sometimes, and I love when they go, dude, they play these kids so fucking hard. They'll be like, oh my god, you're gonna be like the coolest dudest ever, the raddest dudest ever if you click like in the next 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks, guys, you're the coolest.
Oh my god, did you just become Brat? Because I know you did because you clicked it that quick. You're Brat. You're totally Brat. I just heard
using children.
I was like, what's crazy? I heard that today. I heard it on. I sometimes watch the Whatever podcast, and they were calling each other Brat on that. I'm like, that's a compliment now. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, kids, they do. The youth keeps changing things, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to be like, shit. God, it's so twatish what you're doing. It's so and like,
it's so Tide Pod, bro.
It's like, what do you mean, bro? Like, twat is a good thing.
I saw an article today. It's like Gen Z is drinking less alcohol than all of the previous generations combined, and everybody's like, that's why they're the best. And I was like, gay.
Yeah, those dumb shits are drinking antifreeze instead of alcohol like normal people.
I'm just kidding, by the way. It's because
all the adults from the previous generations are drinking more beer than to deal with their TikTok fucking asses. Anyway, you got to get drunk to even talk to them. But either way, my number 4 is going to be Sphere.
Oh, I never seen that.
Oh, dude. Oh my god, you got to get on that, son.
I definitely don't want to now.
I don't give a fuck what you want. You're gonna watch it whether you like it or not.
Who's the start with the letter Q?
No, dude, it's fucking great.
I gotta get a drink.
It's really good. Samuel L. Jackson, Michelle Pfeiffer, Dustin Hoffman. It's got a great storyline. And maybe many of you haven't seen that movie at all, but I don't want to. Oh god, it smells. I knew I smelled crotch crabs. I just didn't know where it was coming from. But maybe many of you haven't seen Sphere. But again. So I'm not going to spoil the movie. I don't really want to go into too much detail about it, but think The Abyss mixed with a little bit of like Alien. God, dude, like stinky. That like not Alien necessarily, more like it's more psychological than that. It's a psychological thriller. Abyss is. And basically what happens is that these 3 scientists are recruited by the U.S. government to go deep under the water to investigate a crashed spacecraft holding that's putting out some type of energy signature, and these scientists are again, they're tasked by the U.S. government to go down there and figure out what the fuck it is because they don't know what it is. It came from, and it's been buried there for thousands of years. But dude, it's so fucking good, man. Oh my god, it's so good. Sharon Stone, Michael, thank you. Sharon Stone. She knows Sharon Stone. Fuck, dude. But listen, in my defense, if for whatever reason, dude, I got Sharon Stone and Michelle Pfeiffer, they always get confused in my head because all white girls look the same. I'm kidding. But no, for real. In the 90s, though, Sharon Stone and Michelle Pfeiffer, like, I don't know what it is. Like, Michelle Pfeiffer could have been in Basic Instinct, and I'd be like, all right, if someone said, hey, Michelle Pfeiffer was great in that role when she uncrossed her legs, like, oh, yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's what I'm saying. deep undercover. Sharon Stone, yes, I know that. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. But Tomo Ogata says, because no one watched Alien. No one did. Right. No one watched it. Hot as fuck. Kyle, you're right. That was an incredible scene. And Tomo says, nothing ever good happens investigating alien shits. That's true. Ships is what I think you meant. Hey, you were done. You missed our conversations that all white women look the same because Sharon Stone and Michelle Pfeiffer. I got them confused because they do look the same.
I'm tired of the racism in this country.
I am going to start a campaign to end the fucking the
White women.
Fuck no,
Let's
dude.
get
They're
rid of
they're hot as fuck, dude. Fuck you. I like all women. I'm just gonna start a campaign so I can hear my own voice for no reason because I have nothing to say. No, it wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. It was Sharon Stone that was in Sphere. But
so what you're saying is basically Michelle Pfeiffer, no Sharon Stone.
I literally said that. I know.
Oh.
But yeah, so I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away.
Well,
Give it away now. The plot. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to talk too much more about it.
Well, I'd like to see your Sphere.
You can. MTV is still on. No egg. It's all bullshit now.
There's a Patreon stage. I think I just died. Anyways, what the fuck's going on? Who am I? Who did I used to be? Strangeland is going to be my number 3. Dude, so underrated, so unknown, so unheralded. Dee Snider is one of the scariest horror villains ever, like ever. And this movie fucking freaked me out. I watched this with a girl that basically I had an on and off again relationship with through all of middle school, and was really trying hard to get back in there, and went over her house and watched this with her dad. It was a great night for me because she put her head on my leg, and that was a big deal for me. So
and her dad was a tattoo artist with dimple clamps. It just doesn't get any better.
Yeah, he filmed it. It was weird, but no, I don't understand that.
Now you taught me a little bastard to get down in the basement and take your pants off.
Peter Pan. We're talking about the butterfly effect. But no, seriously, like random watch. Her dad had written it. We watched it, and I was like, this shit fucks. Strangeland, if you don't know, is the dawn of the internet, so it's got some awesome AOL memories in there too. But this Dee Snider is jacked as fuck, and he's covered in tattoos and piercings and shit, and he's all into torturing people through doing piercings and stuff like that. And he goes on there as Captain Howdy, and he's like, I'm a snowboarder, chicks, what's up? Who wants to go over my house for a party? And then her dad, played by I think it's Ted Levine, if I'm not mistaken, who's amazing in that movie too. And then like that, I won't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it goes through so many stages, and the whole movie basically starts again at some point, and it's haunting. It's really scary and fucked up.
I don't know. It was Captain Howdy. Wasn't that the in Exorcist what Reagan called?
Yeah,
the demon. So I guess
so that should have been a hint. You know.
No, there's a lot of people named Captain Howdy. You fucking racist son of a bitch.
What?
I don't know. All I know is dogs are being eaten somewhere, and I've got to go.
Tired of
my watch. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I promise you, we're not. I'm not. Don't even fucking tempt me right now. Don't even fucking.
You can't. It's funny.
I know, but don't you dare, you fucking moderator son of a bitch. Don't you tempt me. Give me a plan. I don't need to because I'm not that guy yet. No, I will say one thing I did find funny. I'm not getting on either side. I don't care. I'm not getting on either side. But there was one part that was funny. They're really funny. First off, there was two. One of them was like, hello, when they were introducing because he'd never met her before. He's like, I don't even know who you are. He's like, that was one that was funny as fuck. And two, the other part that was funny was like, he's like, oh, you've had 9 years to think about it, or whatever, 15 years to come up with a plan. He goes, I'm not president yet.
Oh no! Yeah, he said,
he's like, I'm not president yet, so I don't need
to I have a concept.
No, you don't mind me. It remind me of that scene in Topic. He goes, I know, but I don't have to tell you. He goes, just like he's like, yeah, but you've had a long time. Like, what's your pitch? Like, what are you gonna do? It's like if you're in school, like you've had a long time to complete the report. Where are you at on it? Like, I want to make it a surprise. I'm not. It's not due yet. Is it due yet? No. So I'm not pushing it off till it's due. Anyway, I'm not getting. It was a joke, but that's literally. It was just funny to me. That it had nothing to do with like anything.
Some of it's just funny for the sake of being funny.
Yeah, but anyway, my number 3.
Eating the dogs.
That shit was funny, like that, because that shit came out of nowhere. It kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, "There's a goddamn zombie apocalypse happening somewhere right now." Fucking Rick Grimes is coming. Anyway, so number 3 is going to be Dreams May They What? Dreams come. What dreams may come is my number 3. Dreams may come, and they may if you watch a hot woman and have your finger in some water when you go to sleep. It's called peeing your pants or coming in your pants. But no, what dreams may come. I love it to death. I think it's one of those films that really showed that how like Robin Williams is the versatility that he had as an actor. Because to be fair, I don't think I'd watched Patch Adams and I could see how he was very dramatic. He had a very dramatic role in that, mixed in with a lot of comedy. This one didn't have very much comedy at all. It was a very, very dark film. And it was an exploration of what happens after we die, and then the consequences of certain actions that we take, you know, and that the church frowns on. Again, self-deletion. I can't really say. Again, they're out there. They're listening for certain key words that you can't say anymore. So, but it's very sad. Very strong performances. That I can't. Robin Williams didn't win an Oscar for this, but he absolutely should have. Like, it was so good. The tortured existence that he had after he was separated from his loved ones, and what it took to get back to her, and what he went through, and then the various emotions when it was flashback to his time on Earth and what he was trying to do to save her, and it was just fucking great, dude. Great film. I'm sorry, dude. I literally got fucking tongue twisted and had a stroke because I just read what Michael Parton says, and I was trying to like read and like talk at the same time. And he said, "Dreams may come, Jay," and it kind of threw me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
but anyway,
there's not really.
But anyway, so if you guys haven't seen What Dreams May Come, definitely check it out. It's one of Robin Williams' better roles that he's ever done, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
I was gonna say, there are no excuses, and you fight to survive.
What?
So,
Tomo Ogata says Jay's dream did come. Why don't y'all just stop being dirty? You all being filthy as fuck right now.
You goddamn perverts.
I'll get
fucking
real,
perverts.
I'm getting ready to splash holy water on all your asses and make you fucking listen to fucking some. I don't know, one evangelical that's really popular. Name one. I don't know. I don't watch them.
Ted
Danza.
Yeah, they're awful. Yeah, dude, I've never seen Dreams May Come.
So we learned it from you, Dad. Well, I just so
I've never seen Dreams May Come or Sphere. So yeah, I got to get on that, man.
Well,
I don't know. Dreams May Come just seems like it's going to depress the fuck out of me. I'm just never.
No, it is absolutely a fucking. I want bourbon. I want scotch. I want beer. Well, I ain't seen my baby since don't know when. Like that. That's how you're gonna feel after you watch that movie. 100 fucking.
Great fucking song, by the way.
I know, but that's what you're gonna need to go through that because it's extremely depressing, but it's a really good movie.
It's funny as that. I said I ain't got to be. That song's fucking funny as hell. I think Cody made us listen to that.
He's like, you're nasty. I know. The fucking chat's nasty as hell.
My number 2 is gonna be a little bit of Rounders. To me, maybe the greatest poker movie that has ever poker movied. I love this movie with all my heart and farts. I love the way they have Matt Damon narrate it. It feels like a Scorsese film. Like, this movie feels like a Scorsese to me. Dude, not only was Matt Damon really fucking great in this movie, but Edward Norton was so good in there. Big Worm. Worm was so good. I loved it. I probably watch it twice a year. Honestly, it's a great movie to have a couple of whiskeys. It's got like a blues edge to it, just like Mississippi Grind does, and watch. And every time it just gets me to play some fucking cards. I love it. It's a great movie.
Pay that man his money.
Oh yeah, John Malkovich.
Yeah, dude. He goes,
Kids got
splash the pot in my. Don't you have enough?
How was that? You can't. He's like, I go. Fuck.
Yeah, I love that guy. I like what he was like. He's like, I just figured out your tell with the Oreo cookies. Like, yet. Like yeah, dude. John Malkovich is fucking insanely good. Like, dude, first off, John Malkovich is always good in anything he does, to be fair. And one of my favorite is him in Rounders, but it's also he didn't even have a huge part in that movie, but he stood out. Like, he almost he shadows over the movie because it's such a great role for him. It's the same thing as like you look at In the Line of Fire. Like, that's my favorite role that John Malkovich has ever done. But yeah, dude,
oh yeah, he's fucking good in that too.
Yeah,
and Clinton said, "Ace is full, Mike." Dude, that part really. Every time I watch it, my stomach sinks because he's doing so good in the beginning when he rolls up a steak, you know.
Yeah.
And then fucking goddamn Ganesh comes over, is like fucking just trying to dad him to death. He was good in that movie. Famke Janssen was great in that movie.
Yep.
I love that movie.
Yep. I don't even know why Matt Damon was all like hung up about like that one chick leaving him when he had Famke wanted to do his wiener.
She was in.
I was like, God, dude, she wants you to put your wiener in her, and you're mad about that girl leaving you, you idiot. You stupid
like,
moron.
If you want, I could stay.
Yeah, stay.
And she's perfect for it too.
Stay at my apartment and have fun with me. Okay, we'll play checkers. We'll play lots of things. What's under your dress? Hey? Anyway, yeah.
You could wrap your legs around my head and strangle me to death.
So, no big deal. No big deal.
Goldeneye.
Good stuff right there. So my number 2 is going to be what happens when you got some natural light, you got some Pantera, blazing on the fucking radio, and ICP along with some Faygo and some dirty butt cracks and cheese fingers from Cheeto Puffs. You get American History X is what you get, y'all.
Another Edward Norton.
American History X again. I mean, you might as well call this a live concert for ICP/Pantera and Faygo sponsors. And dirty butt cracks everywhere, dude. Straight up dirty ass butt cracks. And if you like those bands, it's cool. I mean, it's fine, whatever. Anyway, that's just what I imagine. This movie is incredible, dude. Like, I remember watching this movie, and I don't even know, it came out of nowhere. It hit me like a sledgehammer. Just how
Like
powerful.
a rock.
Yeah, like it's how powerful it was, dude. It really was such a powerful movie, and it actually is one of the movies that Edward Norton claims that gave him PTSD. He still gets like this movie fucked him up, like Edward Norton did, really bad. And again, it's just how many times can you listen to ICP and Pantera on repeat to get into the character before going insane? Because that's what Edward Norton had to do, y'all. But yeah, dude, and the ending is so good. The ending is iconic as fuck. Like, and there's a great message in the movie. And again, this was back in 98, okay? This wasn't beating up everyone over the head and saying, you're bad because you're this color, you're bad because you're that color. It was like, this is what's happening on the streets, this nuanced type of telling. There's a group of dumbasses that do this shit, but there's a guy out there that's trying to make a difference, to try and change things, and both sides wanted to stop. The teacher that works with Edward Norton to help Edward Furlong not go down the same path. Dude, there's so many levels and layers to this movie that make it so good and memorable that it's just really hard to put into words. But at number 2 in 98, it absolutely is, without a doubt. And it was amazing that they got rights to Mark Wahlberg to recreate what he'd done to that poor Asian man many years ago. Like, they actually showed it. It was crazy. I didn't know it was called a curb stop, but that's what it was. But I really
Allegedly.
I mean, that happened. I mean, he paid the motherfucker. Like, he gave him money. Like, he popped that guy's eyeball out like it was a fucking hacky sack. From what they say. But anyway, we're getting off subject. But American
I'm
History.
not laughing because that's funny. I'm just laughing because it's just absurd.
Yeah,
crazy the world we live in.
Well, yeah, dude, it was so good though. And Edward Furlong was actually really, really good in that role. And then they had the one kid from somebody mentioned the fat guy, Ethan Suplee, from the character from the Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
That guy's in great shape now, by the way. Good for
him.
He
looks really good. Yeah. And again, I don't want to, like, there might be people that I don't know why you wouldn't have seen this, but there might be people that have not seen this movie. So I don't want to spoil anything, but definitely check this movie out if you've never seen it. But it's a very sad fucking movie. It's very sad.
Yeah, no, and just to clarify, Kevin, Jay wasn't saying that, hey, not all neo-Nazis are bad. He was just saying that not everybody of one particular color can be.
Yeah, that's what yeah. No, I'm not saying, hey, let's all get Nick Fuentes and, like, hang out with him. Like, I'm not talking about that shit.
Some good people on both sides.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what it was more along the lines of, like, the movie doesn't say, like, it doesn't beat you over the head and say, hey, you're all like this because you're white. These assholes, this one group of nasty people are like this. They deserve, the worst that can come to them. But I like the fact that everybody could agree watching this movie how horrible it all was. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, I actually didn't make my list because I've only seen it once. I never want to watch it again. Like, honestly, like, I found it to be super fucking depressing. Like, it was good. It was really good. I just found it to be another movie that's super fucking depressing. That's really good is Higher Learning. Mm-hmm. Remember that movie? Dude went on top of the roof of the.
No, it's I think agree between. It's like he was like good old whites. Good old whites.
Never did not a one of us ever did anything wrong, and we know that. So I'm gonna do something kind of fun that we've never done before. I have to change my battery out, but you guys comment below right now. What's your all's predictions for each of our number one?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Just comment down. We won't say if you're right or not. We'll just go into it. But what are your predictions for Jay's number one and for my number one? I'll be back in 1 sec. I just got to change
battery. Okay. Well, Holly Roxy answered it for you. No stickers, but 100% it'll make you have the waterworks coming on in deep. And then who else was talking here? Who else was saying things? Azteca Aguilera says the message is powerful in American History X. It absolutely is. For show. Pack Attack says Halloween H2O. Wasn't H2O. Oh yeah, maybe it was. I can't remember. I don't know. I thought it was another year. It's definitely not gonna be on my list. It won't be on my list. I'm sorry, but you all know. What's up, Deverick Grant? Deverick, dude, I gotta get apple juice. I gotta get apple juice.
We'll do it then.
I can see you moving. You're not.
You're not fooling anyone, fucker. Fokker. So predictions are. Let's see. God, that was a good one. I apologize, but I don't. SLC Punk for me. Gary Brown says Saving Private Ryan. H2O, Dark City. I've seen a lot of Dark City love in the shit chat tonight. Another Saving Private Ryan. Mask of Zorro. Mask of Zorro's.
By the way, when I was skedaddling away there to get my apple juice from my refrigerator over there, I look like Brendan Fraser from The Whale. He's like, and like he turns on the thing. Is like, he goes, all those things that you wrote don't mean anything. Anyway.
That's talking about depressing movies you never want to watch.
Even though the ending is fucking, I think the ending's kind of stupid. I mean, I liked what they were going for, but then when it like the very, very last scene, I'm like, that's dumb.
Yeah, they got a little croissant with that one for sure. But when I always think of that too. Like when I'm like short of breath or something, for some reason that scene always pops in my head when he's like it was hard to intake air, like just the way he said that. I was like, I don't know, that movie that was.
I'm sorry, I was in love.
Dude, we've got some sad movies over the past few years between that and Iron Claw. Mm-hmm. Like, talk about a sad double feature. We just throw in that Casey Affleck movie.
Manchester by the Bay.
Yeah, Manchester by the Sea. Manchester by the Gate.
That was the sequel. By the Bay.
Yeah, you want to go eat some lay by the bay? Maybe eat some hay. I don't know. I just may.
What do you say?
Okay, so the show.
A lot of y'all going crazy out there. I think I've seen it twice. My number one, but I haven't seen many others.
I've seen my number one time. No, Big Daddy wasn't 98 because that would be high on the list. For sure. I love Big Daddy.
I love that in
my butt. I love that. All right, here we go. What's your number one, fucker?
My number one.
I know they're different.
It's Saving Private Ryan. It is.
I predicted this. I didn't tell anyone but myself.
So it's not your number one, you fucking not patriot son of a bitch.
No.
Don't you ever celebrate or raise? Don't you ever raise a glass up and toast to this country that people died for you? Ever again? No. Yeah, dude. I will say, dude. Like, listen. From what I understand, the veterans that went and saw this film, it was screened for them in a special screening. They said it was the most realistic to date of the depiction of D-Day. Like it like
Dylan said, Jay is a goddamn patriot.
You fucking know it, y'all. I'm ready to take it overseas and stand up to those Chinese. You see how that rhymed and shit? Anyway, but no, yeah, dude. So apparently the veterans that this was screened for said it was the most realistic depiction of the war they'd ever seen. Obviously, tears streaming down the. It was one of the, and for me, it was incredibly brutal, incredibly realistic as how Spielberg shot this, and also the story being incredible as well. The acting top notch, everyone was great. It was Vin Diesel was in this, which was hard to believe. I had to watch it a couple of times to catch it, but I finally saw him.
I think that'd be a negative.
No, he was all about family. That's why he was there. He was all about family.
Yeah, it's a story about brothers. I'm in.
He's fighting for his family, and you know he left his son. His Charger back home and gave it to him, or it was given to him after his death. But anyway, no, at the end of the day, really great story, really powerful performances by everyone in that movie. And you know what? One of the most Weasley bastards. I hated that one guy that they spared that one dude, that German that tried to kill him early on in the film, and then that coward wouldn't even run the ammunition back up the tower and help his friend and wound up getting stabbed. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I fucking dude, I can't. Oh God! Every time if I saw that guy in real life, I'd just slap him in the face. I know it was an acting performance, but he did such a good job that I hate him.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, I did. I didn't. Yeah, you just played yourself.
Not you, him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just played yourself on camera. It wasn't even a character. You're really like that, aren't you, in real life? Coward.
What'd you do, Steven?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've watched other I'll watch sometimes reactor channels watch the movie, and I always do. It's the same thing, dude. The same feel, like the tears and the graphic nature of what happens at the beginning. Nobody's expecting it when you watch that movie. Like it's just so brutal and over the top. And to be honest, dude, like I would have done, and I always thought, and Marvel wasn't going to do it. I knew they weren't, but I always remember this image of when they were teasing out Captain America before Captain America even became what it was with what's his name. Chris Evans. It was just a picture with his back on the beaches of Normandy, and I think they were taking a still image from Saving Private Ryan, and he was standing there with all the bodies surrounding him, and all you see, it's a black and white picture, is the outline of the shield, the red, white, and blue, and that's all you see, and that's the only color in the thing. It was like Captain America. That would have been incredible, dude. I always feel like Captain America, the first Avenger, it should have dealt, because he was. I mean, Captain America was. I think he did like go on D-Day and like and help the soldiers and shit like that. I don't know.
Dude, I totally agree with you. If they did a Captain America in that scope, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I mean, if they did a lot of movies,
that's what I'm saying. And it wasn't because Captain America was going to win the war and not have all the sacrifices everyone that sacrificed, but he was like a beacon of hope for all that in a dark time. Like I feel like that's what he should have been. But I mean, again, I'm not saying that it was bad. Like ultimately, the final form that we got of Captain America in Endgame. I'm just saying, like I feel like it could have been something more in the movie, in his first movie outing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely.
And people are gonna be like, what are you talking? Jay, just talk about the goddamn Saving Private Ryan. I am. I'm saying that they should. That fucking Captain America should have been Saving Private Ryan. Shut up.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That dude, I never, like, honest to God, like this is why 98 is one of my least favorite years in the 90s. It's because I even saw this movie on the list and it didn't make my top 10. It's just for whatever reason the movie just doesn't connect with me. Like I know everyone loves this movie, so it's just like a soft spot in my brain or something. But I just could never sit back and enjoy this movie. I don't know why. It's not that it's not good. I'm not shitting on it at all.
Well,
but
I guess Mike's not going to be the one to stand up for freedom, but I will.
You're a goddamn true patriot, and I thank you what you've done for our country.
Dude, April got this for
but
me.
Shut the fuck up.
But I can't fucking hang it on the wall because like the straps. Anyway,
dude, you know what would be badass if you took that and you got some chrome-ish like spray paint and like touched up and made it look chrome, like super shiny and shit.
Dude, it's funny because it was. I felt like I reached over. I was like, oh, I've been looking for that because they reminded me of Iron Man 2. He's like, what is this doing here? It's like, oh, that's exactly what I need. Oh,
my number one is going to be, I knew that this would not be on Jay's, but it's SLC Punk. Some of you guys called it right. A couple of you guys did. Fucking just goddamn adore this movie, dude. Like, it's one of those movies that shaped my youth. Just like Donnie Darko, not shape my youth. I'm not out there with a blue mohawk, doing fucking acid with Devon Sawa and killing
Why not?
Because I think she's a devil bull. But dude, I just love it so fucking much. Matthew Lillard's one of his best performances. Should have gotten an Oscar. Not only is the movie funny, it's original, it's fucking weird, it's different. But the ending and it's a great movie about friendship. It's a great movie. It's a coming of age story. It's a great movie about like the idea of like, punk rock and stuff like that, and like posers and all that shit, and like growing up. And it just tells it in a fascinatingly fucking entertaining way and emotional way as well. And then obviously with the end, man, that performance at Matthew, when he's like, I wasn't ready. Like, dude, fucking give the man the Oscar. It should have been that way.
That's what I said in the bedroom when I came too fast. I wasn't ready. I thought it was gonna last longer. I didn't know.
But it's also fucking hilarious. Like, you had that character of Mark, who was their drug dealer or whatever, and we all have had a friend, or at least been over someone's house like that, where they're super rich and like that's their whole personality, so they just want to show you how rich they are. And he's like, he takes them through all their stuff. He pulls up the laser disc. He's like, there's a movie on there, and he shows them the shower head. He's like, oh, that's great. He's like, but there's more. He's like, really? He's like, much more. And fucking, he goes through the whole thing about his parents. He's like, my mother's leg, my father's head. He's like, and I wanted to find them. It's like, so I could kick the shit out of him for lying. Or when the car's sinking and he's shooting, he's like, sick, you fool.
I remember watching SLC Punk. I don't remember why. I didn't like it as much as you did, but I do remember liking it, and it was weird. It was never. I feel like Lillard was never like given the appropriate like recognition for that movie, because it did feel like it was pretty powerful in what he had played. But it is interesting because it, like at every convention that I'll sometimes watch like Scream Reunion with April or whatever on Tube of You, and he'll be there and someone will ask him about SLC. He loves it. Like he's like, yeah. I mean, I feel like he gets excited when they bring it up, and everyone wants to talk about Scream and shit, which is understandable. But yeah, dude, like SLC Punk, as far as a performance for Lillard, I think. I mean, like, will it ever like top his best performance in Summer Catch? No. It won't. But it's close. It's very close. But it's a very powerful movie, though. It's a very good movie.
And again, Devon Sawa's got the craziest Devon Sawa performance you'll see in it as well. Dude, just so many fucking good things in that movie. I thought Kevin hasn't seen it, which surprised me because Kevin's he watches movies. So I'm surprised that Kevin hasn't seen it. I've seen a couple people say they haven't seen it. So guys, do me a favor, watch this shit, report back. I actually owe my love of this movie to our friend Kyle Green. Because one day, dude, he called me and he was like, no, you got to watch this fucking movie. Yeah. You'll love it. And he was like quoting the shit from it. And it's that and Election. He actually told me about Election too with Matthew Broderick. But I fucking adore this movie, dude. It'd be in my top 10 of all time in life. Like in my top 10 movies of the entire universe, it would be in there. I can watch it any day of the week. Talk about a movie that has it fucking all. Like fucked up, just fun, good times, comedy, emotion, like all that shit. It's a fucking classic. I love it. And I'm having trouble putting words together tonight, and I apologize. I don't know what's wrong with my brain, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get
too much apple juice.
Don't you worry about how. And it's gonna be fine. But that's the listicles. Do you have honorable mentions?
I have several, but they're just gonna take too long to get through them.
Give them to me.
No, I don't remember them. I do. They were like, well, one of them was Dark City. That's such a. I love that movie, and I really do enjoy that movie, but it's so weird, and I got to be in the right mood to watch it. But it wasn't even honorable. The Man of the Iron Mask. We talked about John Malkovich. It was a great performance by Malkovich in that film, even though it's about DiCaprio. It's really a Three Musketeers movie, and it's awesome. There's one more too. I said The Faculty was an honorable mention as well. And I'm just coming at like there's a bunch. I didn't write them down, but that was what I can remember. Someone keeps on saying H2O. Was that in '98? I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was, but I just don't think it's that great of a movie.
Yeah,
like,
I would say with H2O, I would say that was an honorable mention because it still was a Michael Myers movie.
Yeah, no, and the thing about H2O, man, and I always said this a million times on this channel. Even though neither of you are the biggest fans of H2O, I love the ending. I really do. Even though obviously.
By the way, Fallen. By the way, someone said Fallen would definitely be on my list as well. I forgot Denzel Washington, John Goodman. It's a great goddamn movie. If you haven't seen Fallen, check it out. Really good stuff.
Dark City. A lot of people mentioned Dark City. Dark City is a good movie. I could never personally get into it. Like it never really stuck with me. But Alex Proyas, The Faculty was already on my list. Rush Hour is one of my honorable mentions. Enemy of the State, good Will Smith movie.
Yep.
It was a great one of those Michael Bay movies that came out. Really, really rewatchable, by the way, is Enemy of the State. Fallen, we just talked about H2O. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. The best. I Know What You Did Last Summer movie is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
What?
You're that movie host and you just got a haunting in your butt.
What?
I liked it.
It's like,
yeah, Wild Things. Shout out Wild Things. Not in my honorable mentions. Not a good movie, I wouldn't call it, but has some great scenes.
Denise Richards and Nev Campbell. Yes, please.
My God, what have the gods dispelled upon us? Discerning Behavior. The Negotiator. Great fucking movie. Mm-hmm. Kevin Spacey, Samuel L. Jackson. Great fucking movie.
Really good.
And Senseless. Senseless is great. Marlon Wayans. David Spade.
Goddamn basketball.
I like that movie. It's never been one of my favorites, but I do have it. We have a Patreon commentary for that. Another Matthew Lillard classic, The Curve. A lot of people fucking think that movie sucks shit. I fucking adore that movie. I think it's got another great Matthew Lillard performance in it. The movie's a little fucked up and weird and strange, and they fucked up the movie, but entertainment value, it's off the fucking charts. And The Prophecy 2, a totally underrated
really
sequel,
good.
Dude.
I do like that one.
Christopher Walken's fucking hilarious in that movie. So that's my honorable mentions.
Yeah, I saw people get Phantom with Phantoms, but I never liked it. I mean, dude, I know a lot of people love that shit. Affleck was.
It's a good premise, but I could never. I almost could never make it all the way through.
Yeah, when I was giving my top 10 to April before the stream, and she was like, "What about Phantoms?" I was like, "Shut your ass up." I was like, no, I can't. I know people like Phantoms,
baby, don't you ever bring up Phantoms?
I was like, it's like, what'd you make me do, baby? What'd you make me do?
It's okay, baby.
No.
Okay.
It always reminds me of that scene of Pumpkin. It's like, "What you do, Daddy?" It's like, no.
Lance Henderson's going to be at Scarefest, by the way.
Oh, dude, I would love to get an autograph. I don't have a Pumpkinhead anything to. Oh, I do. I have a Movie Maniacs. Back in the day, I have a Movie Maniacs Pumpkinhead, but he's old.
It's got a little bit of cigarette stain on it. Perfect.
There's a lot of cigarette stains on those.
Yeah, those Movie Maniacs you have, it's like the one super cigarette stain collection that you have. Which is
that's back in the day when I was like, it was like right here, and I was just blow smoke at it.
You're staring at your own reflection in the toys.
Dude. Back in the day, because I had a small room, and it was smallish, but I was growing up. I'd like walk in front of them like I was a goddamn Indiana Jones looking at my archaeological finds. I'd be like, but no. Anyway, yeah. So I maybe I'll take it to him, but he's kind of old now, and I don't want him to like with. Oh, you gonna sign this? And then they crack it open. Like, well, I guess you're not. You just fucking opened it up. You fucking shaking hands, old man. No, I
would imagine if that happened.
If it did, I'd be like, all right, well, now you got to kiss it. You got to lick it. So I got your saliva on it, and I can say you lick, like, and I want you to have someone take a picture so I can prove to people that you did it. No,
I don't think he's that old.
I'll just he's pretty old. I actually would like to. I would. Yeah, I know. It's fine.
You're old. Shut up. You came in here. You're fired.
Yeah,
that's the way.
That's fine. I quit.
You're fired.
I quit. I will say I would. I'd like to get a Pumpkinhead like a movie poster, and have him sign it. That would be cool.
Yeah, dude. That is. I do get that when it comes to cons. Like, I've said multiple times, like, growing up as a kid, if you met a celebrity or a sports player or something like that, it was like a freak crazy moment. So it just meant that much more. And that's why I liked autographs, or like if you opened it up as a 1 of 1,000 chance in like a pack of cards or something.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up in the convention circuit. Obviously, I'm not Rob Zombie. I didn't grow up in a fucking circus. But like, to me, it's just, it doesn't have the same. Just me personally, I understand why everybody else does it, but for me, when you can go to an event and you know it's going to happen, it just doesn't hold the same weight as just like that chance thing. But I do get that part of conventions because it's super cool. Like if you have like an awesome toy or replica or whatever that you can take and I get really horny when I see the ones with like neon green Sharpies and shit or like neon orange and then like sign the toys. Those are so fucking cool looking. For sure. Like I get that.
Yeah, I have to look and see what Hendrickson is like charging because I'm not paying like an exorbitant amount of money for an autograph. I'm just not doing it. I just won't do it. I understand people that will like they want to fork it over, like $150 to get someone's autograph and picture and stuff. I'm just not that guy. Like I won't do it. I'm like, man, if like I get like they gotta make money and that's why they're there for. But I'm not paying like some crazy amount for his autograph. I just won't do it.
Yeah, I get why people do it. It's just not me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my thing, but also that's why I won't do 2 shows a week anymore.
It's like love just took a bungee jump and cut the cord. Yeah. That's what just happened here. All right, let's see what you
Adrian says. Lance is 84 years old. Holy shit, dude! I know Dad. Big Dad was when he passed away. He was 84 in April. So yeah, I mean, but it's still lively. Because Lance, I think he's still pretty lively. I think he's got all his faculties there and shit.
He's still working and shit, Nighttime says, Loomis, I caught my cousin meat beating to my wife. I mean, no, meat beating to WWF. That's way better. You definitely don't want to catch someone jerking off to your wife, whether it be a picture or drawing.
You need to get rid of the goddamn disgusting degenerate and say, you're not my cousin anymore. You're the enemy. Goodbye.
To be fair, what was he watching? Was it Sable?
Why don't you just shut up? It was a question to me. Shut your goddamn hole.
Who could argue with Sable? Loomis has jerked his Jergens to Sable a couple times. Maybe China.
No.
How does Loomis feel about China?
Nobody would jerk their Jergens to China or Sable unless they want to get goddamn STDs on their lip.
From jerking off?
Yes, it's that bad.
That's not how it works, Loomis. I don't know if you've taken enough time outside the office to understand how to touch yourself, but that's not how it works. I can't
help what you do with your free time. Jerking off to Babels and whatever the fuck her name was.
Maple syrup. Nighttime says, yo, Loomis chilling. Is that yo, Loomis Chalice? I'm at Disneyland. Their Deadpool sounds nothing like Ryan, but their Wolverine sounds exactly like Hugh Jackman. It's weird because sometimes I'll have sex with a woman and I'm like, you sound like a man. And you have a dick too, but I just keep going. So, anyway.
Hey, yo, Nighttime. I'm working at a mental hospital trying to keep psychopaths from getting on the street. Isn't it fun? Shut up with your goddamn free time, nighttime. Go to bed. It's past nighttime for you.
It is getting late. I could use a drink. Ha, Jackson! SLC Punk.
Somebody walked right by the fucking window. They're like,
You're like, you bitch, you bitch.
no, I was like, hey, why don't you come down here and take a picture?
Mind your business. Ha Jackson says SLC Punk, A Simple Plan. That's a good one too, by the way. American History X, Basketball, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I can never get into that one. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it was just
too
too
weird.
much for me. Dirty Work. I'm surprised Dirty Work wasn't on your list.
That's
You're
a really
no McDonald lover. Strangeland, Rounders, Fallen, Apt Pupil. I'm actually really shocked Apt Pupil wasn't on your list because I know you love that movie, baby.
You don't know shit, Tits McGee. Shut the fuck up.
Did you forget it was in that year or?
Yeah, I totally forgot. Actually,
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. First off, fuck you, church, for bringing that shit up because I would have totally put it on my list somewhere. Now I feel ashamed about not doing it.
Gary B said, Mike, I raise you with worse sports luck. My Phillies gave up 20 runs between Saturday and Sunday versus Miami, and my Irish lost to a team they should have destroyed. All right, don't come to me with that Philly shit, Gary. Hey, Phillies have knocked my Braves, had it all like one of the greatest seasons of all time, got knocked out, and then also are in first place. So I'm definitely a Phillies hater, so I don't feel bad for you there. But Notre Dame getting beaten by Northern Illinois, and then those dudes almost made out on the field afterwards.
Did you record that part? I hope you did. What you did? That's not. No, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, dude, they won. Like Notre Dame got beat by Northern Illinois, which is one of the biggest upsets since like App State beat Michigan years and years ago. But dude, these two coaches and two like big burly dudes, right? They're celebrating on the field and they're right up to each other, like jumping up and down. And dude, they literally, I know they didn't mean to, but they got this close to making out. They were like, oh. It's so fucking funny, dude.
It could have happened. I wish someone had like walked behind him really quick and like bumped them with their lip, like
that kid,
and they'd be like, "Dude."
So many people at home would be like, "They're shoving it."
No, but you know, you ever like you're like you're like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Gay ass motherfucker, you just kissed me. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
no, you kissed me.
No, it's like, no, dude, you literally just bumped into my face and our lips touched. You're nasty as fuck, dude. Like, no, it's fine. Don't worry. No, it's not a movie. That really happened in real life.
No, I know. I'm saying, what movie is that where he's like, no, you suck my dick?
Scary Movie.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you said Maverick you love me.
Maverick Media said, Jay, can you hear me? Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
No, I can't because I'm using Verizon Wireless.
CJ Graham said, what do you guys think about the new Linkin Park? New singer and a new drummer. Have you heard?
I heard.
Have you heard the Lord?
I saw it. I did see it. And here's the thing. I know that people were losing their shits on it because I know that they were like, supposedly, I guess this particular chick supported Danny Masterson, and she's a Scientologist, which be careful. They're out there recruiting people. Be careful, or they'll come to your door. I personally, I feel like she's dumb for having supported Danny Masterson. I don't know if she really knew him, and she thought, you know, she did stand by her friend, and she wanted all the evidence out before she condemned him. I get that, but I don't know if it was that or if it was because Scientology was telling her to support this fellow Scientologist, because it's very, very cold. Very cold. I mean, it just is. As far as her singing ability and whether or not she's good for a good fit for it, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know why they had to have known this was going to cause a migraine for one. Like, they must have known the background. I mean, there was no way they couldn't have just interviewed her only and be like, we didn't do any research. We don't know. We didn't know she was a Scientologist. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Personally, I just don't. I'm not a fan of women being in the workforce. You know.
Yeah, so absolutely. First off, I mean, what, this meatloaf's going to cook itself? Are you fucking blind?
Yeah, somewhere there's a hungry man waiting at home for his dinner.
Absolutely. We're not talking about the goddamn microwavable dinner. No, yeah. Well, no. But be fair though. Chester had a very high pitched voice. I mean, she could hit those notes for sure. I'm not even worried about that. But I feel like personally, I don't know anything about her, so I don't know. I would never go to a Linkin Park concert without Chester in it. I don't feel like he can be replaced, so that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I think she's great. Like I actually think she's really fucking good.
You love her. You love that
no,
shit.
I love the new single. When she belted out, Cody, we're talking to him, and he was like, "It sounds too much like Chester, and it makes me uncomfortable." Which I can understand people feeling like that. But I was shocked at how much she sounded like Chester, but it felt natural. Didn't feel like she was copying him.
Yeah.
I thought her vocals were fucking great. I enjoy the new song. That with the whole Scientology thing, like, yeah, Scientology is weird as shit, but like, you know, I mean, Tom Cruise.
I feel like people were. I feel like they were talking about Danny Masterson, not necessarily Scientology.
So the thing that gets me is the thing that brought it up was the Mars Volta lead singer went on and did this kind of just like outrageous rant where a lot of it didn't even make sense what he was saying, because and I understand why he has such strong feelings, because apparently a girl he's with was a victim of some of that stuff that happened. But and the way she puts it is that she was friends with him. They were in Scientology together. But what I didn't like about his statement was that like he's like beating on her for being in Scientology or whatever, and it's like, but he was in it too. So like I don't know how you can do that. And apparently it's a very hard thing to leave. Like they
no, it is. I mean, they will literally come and brand your asshole if you try to leave.
Yeah.
They will like go like ruin your credit score. They'll fucking like follow you around. They'll ruin it. I mean, it's bad news. Bad news bears. You got to stay with the wolf pack, or you're a dead person.
It's hard to leave the NWO too.
For life. For life is what it is. For life. Okay. And it's spelled L-Y. And you know it's serious when it's L-Y-F-E. They don't fuck around. If it's L-I-F-E, you can leave. L-Y-F-E, motherfuckers for real. No, anyway, no, she's I don't care what her religion is. I don't. And as far as the Danny Masterson thing, like I don't know. I feel like, again, personally, I don't know the story necessarily. I just think that she was trying to be a good friend and like wait to find out whether it was true or not. And then after, she's already come out and apologized. All right. She said, "I'm sorry. I didn't know." And I mean, yeah, most friends would do that. Like, you know, if you had if your friend was accused of some heinous bullshit like that, you'd be, like, "Hey man, that's my friend." They wouldn't do that. You stick by them until all the evidence came out. And then when the evidence came out and they're fucked, then you turn your back on them, you leave, just like everybody else. But the fact is, I feel like personally, the reason why I'm not like, I just don't either. Maybe I just don't care. It's because Chester had a very unique voice. I'm not saying that he couldn't be replaced. Of course he can. I don't know, man. Like, for me, Linkin Park will never be Linkin Park without him.
Sure.
And people will say the same. They're like, "Well, what about AC/DC? Bon Scott?" Yeah, but Bon Scott died in the 70s, and Bon Scott and Brian Johnson, and when they got Brian Johnson, maybe he came in at the right time to replace Bon Scott. I don't fucking know. I wasn't alive in the 70s. I have no idea. Maybe there was a good shift when he replaced. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, look what happened to Van Halen. Van Halen fucking died when they got rid of Sammy Hagar and then David Lee Roth. Nope. Yeah, it was gone.
Well, I mean, my favorite band of all time went through the change of lead singers from Matt Skiba and Tom DeLonge and all that shit. Mm-hmm. The way I see it though is like, if I just think of it, and I understand if fans can't get into it, that's fine, that's your own prerogative. But like for me, I'm thinking about like what Chester would have wanted, and obviously I don't know, but if I were Chester Bennington, I would want that band and my friends to be able to continue on doing what they love and having fun. And not only that, but I would love for my fans to still be able to go out to a concert and get away from the world for a night and be touched by the songs that he wrote. So if I was Chester Bennington, I would be ecstatic that someone was still playing those songs live and was carrying on the tradition of the band that I started. So that's why I'm all for it. But I understand if people aren't.
Yeah, it is what it be. And I'm not gonna get mad about it, but there were people like losing their fucking shit on, and I know this makes me sound like a loser. I was on Reddit because that's what I do. Because I'm
constantly on the Blink Reddit, so
I troll. Like I don't like troll. Like I say things. I just troll like through. Like I'll sometimes go on Twitter and see their arguments going on or whatever. I don't participate. I think it's funny. But there are people losing their fucking fallopian tubes over this shit. Like they were like literally like bleeding, like they had their period. Men were having their period out of their asshole on this because of her. And I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Like if you don't like her, that's cool, but just buy the old albums with Chester on it and don't worry about it.
Yeah, 100%. I have to pee so bad, but
God damn it.
Fuck. Sorry, Miguel. But I already answered this question earlier, and we're at Dean Cream Betweens at 8:14 p.m. And he said, "Sup, fellas, what are y'all's memories of 9/11?" I already gave an in-depth answer to this to somebody else's chat, but I'll let you talk for a second. I'll be right back.
My memories of 9/11. I remember I don't know what grade I was in. I remember I was getting ready to go to school, like I was running late or something like that. I don't remember. And then my uncle coming over and like, oh my God, we're under attack. And like he was like we're under attack. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm just sitting here with my Super Nintendo. What the fuck are you talking about? Or my PlayStation 1, I don't remember. And he was like, look, and he like flipped the thing and showed me. It was insane, dude. I remember it was, it was pretty freaky, dude, to be fair. I remember it being because nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew what was going on. I didn't know if we were in the fucking brink of World War III. Like we were like literally like an invasion was happening. I had no idea because there was like the information was sketchy as fuck. You didn't know what was, what was what. It was pandemonia. And yeah, I remember that. But yeah, it was really sad. It was really awful what happened to those people. And I always, if you had family members or if you knew somebody that was awful. That's the only memory I can have of it. But I do remember also a lot of like bullshit people coming out, like they had nothing to do with it. And they were like trying to like use it for their own gains. You know what I mean? And being like, oh my God, I'm so sad. Like, fuck you, bitch. You didn't have anything to do with it. You didn't know those people. You had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you call them. Cock gobblers is what I call them. But people that use like tragedy as a way to get like sympathy, to get like attention on themselves. I hate people like that, dude. But that's what I feel like they were doing. But that's it. So I'm sorry, I don't know if that answered the question, but that's the memory I have. I just remember my uncle coming in and like switching the channel on and it being on TV. And it was fucking weird. I literally, I didn't know. I was like, World War III, ready to do it. Got my Captain America shield on fucking tap.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I thought we were literally under attack. I thought because no one knew what the fuck was going on. I just knew like some big buildings were on fire in New York City and like everybody was screaming and shit. And it was like, because up to that point, you got to remember the only war we'd ever seen was on TV during the Gulf War, and it was overseas. It was in fucking Iraq with Saddam Hussein. You didn't see that shit on American soil. I'm like, motherfucking Minutemen rise again. We will defend our freedom. I don't know.
See so many people who weren't alive then, like, wonder what that's like.
Oh, dude, it was fucking scary because you didn't know that it'd be like going on goddamn YouTube now and going and seeing live videos and like seeing a fucking building on fire and saying we're under attack. That's what it's like. You have no idea. That's all you'd get. We're a nation under attack would be the headline.
It did not sink in for me, man. It did not crazy. When that was all going on. Terry of the
here,
Dead.
I gotta go pee.
Okay, enjoy your pee time. Terry the Dead, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Says Blade, apt pupil, faculty, basketball, half baked, American History X, Rush Hour, Pleasantville. That's the first Pleasant Hill nod I've seen tonight. I think Jay likes that movie as well. Big Lebowski, Saving Private Ryan, honorable mention, Something About Mary. Something About Mary is weird to me because it seems like right up my alley. Like it seems like something I would absolutely fucking adore. I could never like I could watch like half of it and have a good time, and I just kind of feel like my attention span falls off. I don't know why, but people did used to make that joke about me all the fucking time. Because when my hair wasn't thin anymore, I used to put like fucking concrete like gel in my hair and like fucking stand it up, so I had like the crazy like rock star spikes everywhere. So people were always like, "Oh, something about Mary, jack off in your hair." I'm like, yeah, dude. But Deep Impact, Very Bad Things. That's another good one too. That was a good movie. That's a fun ass movie. I think it's Christian Slater, right? I hope I'm not wrong about that. Lost in Space, Fear and Loathing. Yeah, dude, 1998's weird. I don't know if I was like going back through this list. I was like, I think I was going through some shit in 98. I would have been 13, so I couldn't have been going through anything that serious. But I don't know if I was finding girls for the first time or something or what. But like a lot of these movies just did not hit for me in 98. Saving Private Ryan, Fear and Loathing, like classic movies that I just did not get into in 98. It's so weird. Let's go back and revisit. Thank you, Terry the Dead. It's a great list. Thank you. I only wanted to be part of some. Now the Linkin Park song stuck in my head. Flavo, Banano, I love your fucking name. Bigger Bush, Loomis or Blankenship? What the fuck is Blankenship? Whatever it is, Loomis. I'll ask him that because I see him coming back in. He's bending over and getting a beer, apple juice out of the fridge right now, so I can see his butt crack booty. And I don't know. Maybe he'll know what the fuck Blankenship is. Hey, fuck face.
Yes.
Bigger Bush, Loomis or Blankenship?
Blankenship. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I was hoping you would. I had no fucking clue, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But you're a handsome looking dude. Did you play backup for Kenny Loggins? Holy shit, dude. That's a great looking fucking beard, dude.
That's a solid beard, bro.
That's a good fucking beard, dude.
Jay Garza, 3. Hello, gentlemen. Hey, Mike, just want to know how much you love the new Blink songs. And Loomis, how do you feel about Linkin Park's new vocalists? We've got Jay's take. Now, what's Loomis's take on Linkin Park?
There are goddamn jobs out there. Nursing, secretarial work, things of this that women need to be a part of. Singing songs for the masses, acting like you're what? Some big star of the rocks with your bling bling and your chain and your pinky rings? No, we need you over here at the hospital helping take care of the psychopath. You go out there and play with Linkin Park, you deserve death when it comes to your small town sheriff. I think it's stupid. And I also don't listen to that goddamn shit. Give me goddamn Elvis Presley, not this.
I feel like Loomis would be a Phil Collins dude.
No, actually, I thought about this. I think 100% Loomis would either listen to like classical music for some reason, like it would just be like classical, or it would be who's that? Who was a part of the Rat Pack? Not Sammy Davis Jr., but the other guy, like
Dean Martin.
No, the other guy.
Frank Sinatra.
That I feel like
That's fair.
I feel like Loomis would listen to like Rat Pack or Frank Sinatra.
I feel like he would just put on some
my way. Like, yeah,
I feel like he would throw on like some ABBA and then just like smile with that like sweet smile after he made fun of Lonnie, like, you know.
He probably hated disco.
Oh, Loomis definitely hated fucking disco.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the new Blink songs. I think they're fantastic. I've been listening to them nonstop. Literally waking up with them in my head every day, and it's actually annoying. But I think they're great. They're kind of 80s-ish. They're kind of synth sounding. A couple of them are just really good songs,
Don't
man.
tip
We're
my
very
tip
lucky.
Good time because I will put it in your mouth. I promise.
You should listen to it. I think you'd enjoy it.
I listened to a couple of them. You played me a few of them.
I did. Yeah, I put 2 songs on repeat the other night when we were out talking. Mercuro80 says, Michael J, love your fucking faces and rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Oh,
and yeah, fuck cancer. Lost 3 aunts to breast cancer.
Yeah, man, it's the worst, dude. I lost daddy to lung cancer last August. So yeah, always fuck cancer. Cancer is the most disgusting fucking disease of all time. It's awful. Worst thing ever. And yeah, James Earl Jones, 100% RIP, dude. Like I saw we've lost the body and now we've lost the voice. Somebody posted that on a memorial, and that's so fucking true, dude. Like David Prowse left us, and then James Earl Jones is gone, so the body and the voice are gone. But dude, what an iconic role forever will he be memorialized with that role, like forever. But
yeah. And Jay and I are both fans of the movie Finder's Fee. You guys should watch that. James Earl Jones.
Yeah, and then also James Earl Jones great in The Sandlot.
Yeah, he's a fucking great actor, man. 93 though. You know what? That's what I was saying earlier.
He was up there. Yeah.
Would you say someone gave you a script that just said you died at 93? Would you not just sign it right fucking now?
No, I want to die at 41. The world's going to hell. The world's going to shit, dude.
Oh, we're almost.
I'm 40. I'm 40 right now, dude. I swear to God, if we're still on the trajectory of where we're going, as like this, the fucking insanity that's out there, I don't even want to I don't even know what we're gonna be like. Goddamn, we're gonna go back to the caveman days. We're gonna look like fucking Waterworld.
It could be worse. Waterworld. Michael Parton says, I hope we get some kind of Jason update on Friday. Yeah, they're definitely gonna do it, dude. What they're gonna do is they're gonna come out with this huge announcement, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you've never seen anything like what's about to come from the Jason from Friday the 13th franchise. Are you ready for this?"
Yep.
Bath towels. We got Jason bath towels, and they're only $69.99 for a washcloth.
My erection is taller than Groot's head. I can't believe that you told me that, because I'm ready to pre-order anything you give me right now. Go ahead, tell me. No, it's gonna be like, hey, do you guys want to? Jason is going to be using a machete.
And you can buy one.
Right. That's right.
You can buy one. It's on pre-order. It'll be available in 2029 right now for the lucky price of $149.99. They've dicked us so hard on Jason, dude. It's hard to imagine them ever doing anything good again, but we'll cross our dicks. You know, we'll hope.
People are like addicted to not making money. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. They'd rather do video games, but not even like video games, but like actually just like, hey, let's just throw Jason as a skin on another video game. Yeah. Mark Parton, we're not eating our pets? Well, I don't know if you've not been paying attention to the news.
Excuse me, Michael. We're not also privileged. Okay, I don't know what bubble that you live in where you may not have to eat your pets, but Jesus Christ, the world out there is on fire. The economy's bad. I can't even go and buy a fucking pack of eggs unless for like a kidney is what it costs me out there. You dummy.
That kid.
I'm gonna eat that cat.
That kid is back on the escalator. They're eating our dogs.
By the way,
Kevin Marcus.
I don't want people to get mad about it. Like literally, it's a joke, guys.
It's funny.
It was funny. It was funny.
Funny's funny. No matter
it was as funny as like, hey, wake your boss up at 4 p.m. Okay, shit's just funny sometimes when it's said. It's just funny.
We're not making a statement about it. It's just funny, no matter how you cut it up. Kevin Marcus says, "Hello, my loves. Hey, sexy bean dog." Sexy bean dog, something I've never said.
Yeah, I think you said, "Hello, sexy ding dong."
My mystical instincts are probably kicking in. Glad to be here when you're both around. Also, the fuck at Finish X-Men 97. It's great. Love you either way, but still, dude, I cannot believe I was so into that. And for some reason, it dawned on me when Jay said that I didn't watch the final episode.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think that there was a lot going on. I just never got around to finishing it up. I maybe I don't even want to fuck with Disney Plus anymore. Apparently, I've doomed myself. If I ever go to a theme park and I get hurt on their ride, I am fucked.
Yeah, dude,
it's like, hey, were you a part of Disney Plus in the summer months of 2024? Yes. Then you can't do shit. I don't care if you've lost your foot on our Magical Kingdoms ride. The Mickey Mouse says we'll give you $5 to $100 for your pain and suffering. Oh, okay.
Disney is literally Dr. Doom, dude. They're the evilest fucking company ever. It's crazy.
Well, they're so bad to their own fucking mascot like that. They have Deadpool now in the park, and he's making fun of them. Like their own employees are making fun of them to the audience.
Well, that's how one dude said that the Deadpool doesn't sound anything like Ryan Reynolds, which is crazy. Ryan Reynolds' voice is super easy to emulate. Like that attitude, it should be super easy to emulate. That guy's got to get on his shit.
Well, no,
you're not going to be that funny, but you can sound like him.
The guy that is playing Deadpool at the Disney park, he's good though, because he also has to come up with shit on his feet. It's also not just about sounding like him. You got to be like quick-witted too.
That's true. That's a good point. Tommy Dean, I'm sure it's a hard job. Because most of those motherfuckers just gotta walk around like,
dude, you imagine you get to be Wolverine, you're in shape, you look good, you just went to the gym, you're all pumped up, and you get to wear a Wolverine costume. You're like, I don't get it. That's all you gotta do. That's literally all he says. Like the Deadpool actor he was like, he made a joke, and then Wolverine was like, I don't get it. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You turned me around, and you stuck it in, and I like it when you do that. But also,
the watery studs helped it.
KY jelly, but no, you're actually right. Like Deadpool would be very hard to do. Wolverine's not. I'm not saying it'd be easy, but you're the straight. Yeah, man. But
it's like
it's always easier to play the straight man.
Wolverine sounds like Janis Joplin after like 3 packs of cigarettes. Like that's really what
it sounds like some of my aunts and uncles in fucking West Virginia.
I go where I want to go.
The Ohio State, the Tommy Dean says, I just had my 400.
Damn, dude. Match. Hell yeah.
Lots of blood, lots of fun. Who would Loomis step in a ring with? Mike, stop it. I'm turned on. Get it up. That's fucking impressive, by the way. Good for you, man.
I was stepping in the ring with a goddamn divorce lawyer that fucked me on my first marriage. I would body slam him back to the bar exam that he took in liberal California, a piece of trash-ass human being that lives on top of a possum pile of shit. That's who I would step into the ring with there, Tommy Dean. And don't you ever come here and talk to me about grown men rolling around with each other with their shirts off. I don't have time for your fantasies.
Stick it in. Wait, what?
Don't add to me. Don't add to my flavor.
Get it, Jay. You should have met Mike. You should have sent Mike a John Deere letter after he got robbed, so Mike could quote Dumb and Dumber. I don't know why I wasn't really paying attention to I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a shopping cart.
Dude, Gary, you know what? You're 100. Like you're on the same fucking wavelength that I am. Mike was telling me that story, and I fucking checked out for a minute. I was like, "What did he say?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Sometimes Michael says, "Like, dude, you ain't paying attention." I was like, "I am, dude. I swear to God, I heard the last word you said."
Yeah,
dude, it happened the other night, dude. April was telling me about something, and she's like, right? I'm like, yeah, 100%. And then she was like,
that's supposed to happen with the women, not with
no, I know, no, I do. I literally, it's like I have a million. I'm just thinking about, and then she was like, right? I'm like, and I was like, what'd you say? She's like, you weren't even listening. I'm like, I totally fucking was. It was boring.
She was like, I told you I was pregnant.
I was like, not mine.
Dan Torres says faculty census, The Wedding Singer, A Night at the Roxbury, Can't Hardly Wait. Dude, wait a minute. I fucked up.
You didn't. Can't Hardly Wait was 98. You didn't remember that? You didn't know that? God, what a loser! What an absolute loser!
Oh my fucking god!
I feel like I'm that chick at the goddamn airport, and I'm like,
it's on my fucking list.
Honorable
like
mention.
I scratched it out, thinking I already put it on. I didn't. It's not in my fucking list. Oh my god! My list is void.
You definitely get pegged. God, what a loser!
The fucking oh my fuck, dude! How come nobody called me out on that? I'm gonna change it right now.
Nope.
Can't Hardly Wait is my third favorite fucking film of '98.
Wait,
so
okay.
we're bumping the faculty, and Can't Hardly Wait's number 3.
That's fine. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? You made me feel like Jennifer Love Hewitt trying to like rescue you from the airport, but I didn't. I didn't come save you or the bus stop or whatever it was.
In this light, you somewhat resemble David Duchovny.
That's fine, dude. Come make me out with me really quick. It's fine. I've had a couple.
Nobody drink the beer. The beer's gone bad.
Here's the thing. Yes, I didn't mention Can't Hardly Wait even as an honorable mention. I like that movie a lot, but I don't feel like it's. But dude, I do not feel like that movie. Like it's so good. It's really good. I don't feel like it's a definitive. Like it didn't capture the high school days. Like no, I mean, dude, I feel like American Pie did it better than any of them.
I disagree with you. I think Can't Hardly Wait's a fucking classic, and I'm really.
Oh yeah. It's a hot ass girl like Jennifer Love Hewitt chase you down to the bus stop and like do a say anything moment. No,
they have the same Pop-Tart, man. Fuck, shit, fuck.
Seth Green was great in that, dude. There were so many fucking posers in high school that acted just like him.
Dude, and I even like the Mike guy. He's like, duh, like the Mike Jock guys.
I think you read that. You read that one.
I didn't finish it, but Small Soldiers. I actually think Small Soldiers sucked. Like they promoted the fuck out of that movie.
Everything
it was on. It was everywhere, and I watched it. And I was like, eh.
Listen to this non-patriot dude. Doesn't like America. Pisses on Kid Rock. Hates Bud Light because it's fucking too American. They changed.
Wow.
You know what? You know why? Because they rebranded themselves. And now he's talking about soldiers, small soldiers.
I'm drinking Bud Light right now.
Yeah. Oh
How
yeah.
about that?
Pull it out.
How about that?
Pull it out. Let me see it. Put it in my
will.
mouth. Swirl it around.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I swear to God, you better.
You dirty whore. I'm so mad at myself. Everybody keeps mentioning Ronin too, by the way. Ronin was fine. You know what a movie that's badass is? I can't remember the name of it. Munchin? What the fuck is that movie with
Munchin?
Eric Bana in it. Munch.
Eric in 98.
Yeah, it's about the Olympic bombings and shit. No, it's not 98, but
Manchurian Candidate.
No, you dick duck. Fucking
you know you love it. No,
fucking sorry. It's got Munich.
Oh yeah, Munich's good.
Munich.
Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say Gattaca. Definitely, that was further down.
Gattaca. Yeah. Rob Barker said in no order. H2O. You put it in fucking order though, bro. H2O, Waterboy, Saving Private Ryan, Truman Show. We did not mention Truman Show. That's a great movie.
Great movie.
Just too depressing for me. A Simple Plan, Bride of Chucky. I hate that fucking movie.
God, dude.
American History. The first half's good. Big Lebowski, Lethal Weapon 4. Fuck yeah, dude. Wedding Singer. Yeah, I like a lot of that list. And I like the way you're
great, except they're not. And the only one that makes sense is Saving Private Ryan. But that's cool.
Whatever. Adrian Ibarra, mine. Mask of Zorro, Mulan. Fucking Mulan. That's the first. Ants.
Oh, I've seen it.
People love ants. Stallone is an ant. Fucking weird.
I don't like them. They get everywhere.
The X-Files movie. I thought everybody hated the X-Files movie.
No, they liked it.
Do they not? Shakespeare in Love.
God damn, Adrian. What the fuck, dude, bro?
Just kidding, Adrian.
No,
Rush Hour, Truman Show, Blade, Deep Impact, Saving. Dude, either people like do not give a fuck about Deep Impact, or it's like one of their favorite movies of all time.
Here's the thing. I will say, I think that Deep Impact had more balls than Armageddon because part of the asteroid actually does crash.
Yeah, it went balls deep.
It went balls deep into the ocean. It did for show. But no, it actually did. That one chick dies. One of the main characters dies. Remember, she's on the beach with her dad. And she's like, "Daddy," and that big tidal wave like takes over the beach after an asteroid hits the Earth, and you see that mega fucking tsunami. So that
tsunami was scary.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying like it had more balls because it was willing to Game of Thrones some of the main characters in that movie before Game of Thrones was even a thing. And I'm not saying, of course, Bruce Willis does die, but he dies, and there are some other characters that die. But I'm saying, but he dies in this most sacrifice. Like, I love the Earth and my daughter, and like there's this moment, you know what I mean? In this movie, it was just like fucking fuck you. You love your daddy? Go on the beach and die with him.
It was as mean as when Independence Day killed Bill Pullman's wife. That was fucked up.
No, she was annoying.
No, we had to watch him tell his little girl his mom did. That shit broke my heart.
You gotta grow up sometime.
Cream in my butt. The Field of Screams podcast says war, huh? Or you read that because that's a
war, huh? Good God, John.
What is it? Oh.
He'll sell Chinese secrets to you.
Little kid taught me the scene in Small. Little kid me thought the scene in Small Soldiers where they explode through the garage door to that song was peak cinema.
Yeah. No, well, here's the Small Soldiers was actually a pretty interesting movie because it blended the.
No.
You know what? I'm done talking to your tit ass. Just shut up. I don't even explain my point. Yeah,
just talk about this tits.
No, I will say that the blending of real life live action people with the animated Small Soldiers was cool. It's not the first time it was done. We've seen movies like that before, but it was still cool. I like it better than Ants.
What a weird dig at a random point of the Ants
comic. I'm not digging it. Anybody likes it. I'm just saying. I think because they were both animated movies that came out the same year.
Ants got a lot of anti-establishmentarianism.
It was a goddamn cartoon
about things, for sure. I will say this: Small Soldiers did give us one of the greatest American inventions of all time. So I do have to give it some respect. It gave us the rodeo burger from Burger King, which is fucking delicious. And if you haven't tried it, get the fuck out of my house. The rodeo burger, you can get it for like $1.25 at fucking Burger King, and it's a tiny little patty. It's like this big. And they put an onion ring on it, and they put barbecue sauce on it. The rodeo burger from Burger King. Look at him sliding away. Slide to your box of good times. Get your dreams from the dream fridge.
Rodeo burgers. If you don't have it, then fuck you.
Christopher Sampson, bobbing to the moon like that bitch Alex Crampson. Sup, dudes? Can the next Halloween have a woke Michael Myers?
Yes.
Jay, can Dr. Loomis teach us how to pick up women in a gas station? Mike, can Dr. Chalice be his wingman?
So you're just asking us, could Loomis ever pick? No. And can Chalice be his wingman if he's drunk? Yeah, sure.
I'll be a wingman to anyone. I'll take the leftovers. I'll take the friend. I'll take her dad. I'll take her granddad. I'll take the situations have happened where I've tried to get Dr. Loomis laid, and he'll get in bed with a woman, and I think we're safe. It's good. Things are going to go well. And then I'll just hear him screaming about the blackest eyes, the darkest eyes. And he'll come running out and think he saw Michael somewhere. And he'll leave an unsatisfied woman. And several times I've tried to climb in bed in his stead. And to much horror. But you got to party while the night's hot.
You don't sound like a good wingman. You sound like an asshole.
I'm just there to back you up.
What you do is you go up and
Juvenile said.
You extend your hand out and you say, "Hello, my name is Dr. Samuel Loomis. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm also a Pisces, and I work at an insane asylum taking care of psychopaths and keeping the most notorious serial killer in the America, Michael Myers, behind bars. What is your name?" She says,
"Kelly."
No. What's your real name, Kelly? Not your stripper name.
I don't believe you.
That's what I swear. It'd be like Loomis would be like, everybody would have a fucking stripper name. He'd be like, No, your name is like, it'd be like Janet. Like, not your whore name. I don't fuck with that.
Not your stage name.
I don't
Come
want
on,
to hear
give it
your
me straight.
goddamn OnlyFans name.
You know, Mike, you're trying to hide from me. You know, Michael hides from me.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, that would be funny as fuck. We should do a video where like Michael, like Loomis is trying to pick up a girl, like how awkward that shit would be, because he would be like, I don't want to hear your goddamn problems.
You imagine Loomis in a relationship that wasn't going so well, and he's like venting to his friend at a bar. He's like, "Goddamn, Michael's easier to figure it out than what she wants."
Dude, I literally just had a flash of an idea, and we would never do it. We would get like, I don't know what would happen. It would be bad, but imagine if we could somehow. I would go. She's asleep. It's fine. I would be dressed as like Loomis, and I would go to Shinaway bar, like a karaoke bar that's local here to us, and I go in as Loomis and like try to hit, like, you know, you could just like film it.
Oh,
Like,
I'd pay so much money to watch that happen.
no, but we could film it, like, you know, like a hidden camera prank.
Yeah.
But that would make me feel bad if a girl actually liked me. That'd be like, I'd feel really awful then. But I would go
And it's
in.
shit away, so she probably would.
It's true, especially depending on what time you go in. But if you went in as Loomis and you're like, how you doing? You got sing some goddamn songs? That's what they do around here, eh? And then Mike could film it like from like a secret like pin or something, like on his jacket. So, or I could have a pin, so it could be like, dude.
I would, I would actually love to see Loomis perform "War" at karaoke. He's like, "Wah!"
Yeah, but you got to know the words. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Could that be Michael?
Yeah, that would be awful.
That'd be so good. Tim27 McChicken says, "Can Dr. Loomis wish my wife Katie a happy birthday?" That's my wife's name, you fucking whore.
Happy birthday, Katie. May Tim McChickens get you as many chicken fucking nuggets as you want. Get out of here, Tim. God damn, dude.
They got a 20-piece now. You can get a 20-piece.
They got a 40-piece now, dog.
Oh, fuck. It's time. Goodbye health. Goodbye happiness.
Goodbye toilet. Goodbye intestines.
I left it out in the rain, and I don't think I can take it because it took so long to bake it, and I never have that recipe again.
I like it. It's a great song.
Adrian says 98 weaker than I thought. Guess I was thinking of 99.
Well, 98 wasn't bad, but it was overall like not a strong year. Not a strong year.
Dude, I've had that Beetlejuice song stuck in my head all fucking week, and I don't think I can take it.
It's not a bad that particular song at the end of that film was all right, but it was like it could have. I feel like they could have gone with a better song, but it's whatever.
Katie brought up a good point. She thinks that song's about cocaine. Like, I left my cake out in the rain.
Actually, your wife is incorrect. It's about goddamn baking cakes. Okay.
Well,
sometimes it's just what it is on the surface.
I love the cocaine. I love the cocaine.
No, she's probably right.
No, that's a Loomis song, dude.
I love the cocaine.
Loomis up there.
No, you're like white lines, pure as the driven snow, baby.
I just can't. I can't help. I cannot get that out of my mind. Like Loomis being like, "I'm on a train with cocaine." Oh my god, I need it. Benjamin Shelby, what's up, dude? He says, "Good evening, gays. No, if you don't mind, can you smear a bunch of Tide Pods on a toilet seat and lick it?" Jay is all for that stuff. He'll do it.
Why are you coming to me saying I'm all for that stuff and having a profile pic that literally looks like someone's shoving a Tide Pod in your ass? What are you talking about?
I can see it. I can see it in his face.
Crystal clean.
Stick it in.
You can zoom in on that profile pic and like have it be the Tide Pods commercial for the butt fuck.
He's the perfect face. It's the perfect face for like, all right, I'll go out, but I'm only having like a couple beers, guys. And then like 2 hours later, that's you.
Is that you, Ben? Because you look like
that's not Ben.
No, I was gonna say you look like you fucking tried to audition for Friends and like, get the fuck out of here. We already got a Chandler.
And yes, I'm all lit up again.
Good picture, though.
Love you, Ben.
Thank you.
Jeremy, Bob Stockett has the best quote ever in that film.
Yeah,
what
he does.
Film?
Half Baked.
Oh, as I recall, it was a horror film.
You know what's really sad is I remember watching Bob Saget's like stand-up special on HBO when I was a kid. I was like, God, this is fucking awful, dude. Because all it was like nonstop fuck.
Yeah, we get it. You're dirty.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's like us being funny. It's all we do is cuss, but it was really bad. It was really awful. It was also like really like borderline dirty, like really nasty shit. But then I remember like I was like, man, I never thought Bob Saget because you're right. In Half Baked, he has that line, and it's funny as fuck, and it's delivered in the right way. But I was like, Bob Saget's actually, it's like, unless he's doing like Full House, he's not funny outside of like someone script writing for him.
Like, I think he could be funny, and obviously rest in peace Bob Saget as well.
Yeah,
but I think he could be funny, but I think his mistake was coming out and being like, "Oh, I'm going to be as dirty as possible because I'm the Full House guy." That's a stick that just goes way too quick. I think he was better than that, you know.
Well, it was one of those problems. Is like he knew he was like that archetype of like the family dad, and he was trying to break it. It was too on the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? It came off as cringe.
Oh,
dude, look at his profile pic. Uma Thurman with the what's his name's face.
Show us your feet. I was at a soccer game last night. Every time they would score a goal, they would go, "Go!"
Dude, I didn't tell you about this. Holy fuck, dude! This is like this should be a goddamn movie. All right, so
I'd watch it.
Give you guys a little bit of a backstory here. My brother sent a group message to Mike and I about a football game that had occurred. One of his kids are on the football squad, and he's 11 years old, and they were having a football game, a good old rousing type of football game. And yeah, one of these kids got really hurt, and apparently the paramedics were called. This kid couldn't feel his arms and his legs. Yeah, really bad situation. And Cody had said, my brother Cody had said, like, these kids were that his son's team were playing were really big. Update though about the kid. Apparently he had movement come back into his fingers and his toes, but his arms and legs still feel really heavy. And the doctors called it a stinger hit, which means that his skull cracked into his spine.
Oh,
and so he's like, that caused the temporary paralysis, but there's definitely going to be nerve damage moving forward. And it's like, you're telling an 11-year-old kid. Either way. Yeah. Anyway, so what the update here, I feel like goddamn Robert Stack, dude. I swear to God, where I need my trench coat and some fucking smoke and fog behind me.
Mail, motherfucker.
All right, so here's what we'll go and talk about real quick. So what had happened is that the city of Winchester is investigating because these kids, the sizes of the kids, the opponent, the team was so large. Hazard County, which is a eastern part of the state, which is very, very redneck as fuck. Okay, so apparently these kids, six of the 14 players on the opposing team were held back 2 fucking years.
Oh shit!
The other remainder were held back 1 year. So these little 11-year-olds are going against 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds that are built like goddamn little giants. Fucking
obviously, that's what was going to fucking happen. Then.
Fucking spike, dude. Like fucking like those big motherfuckers like that. And
damn.
so and
that's
the reason
big.
No, but listen, it gets crazier because the reason why, and supposedly this happens, this is the rumor anyway, that in Hazard County they purposefully hold back the team so that when they get to high school, these kids are older and they win state championships because they're so much bigger when they get to high school. Well, allegedly. So yeah, but fuck you, Hazard. You got motherfuckers. Fuck you, Hazard County. But no, I'm saying, but that's allegedly what happens. They literally hold these kids back on purpose so that they enter high school at like 2 or 3 years
and that's
bigger, right? And then they're taking on these teams and just dominating them.
Yeah, and that's a result.
And luckily my brother's kid didn't get hurt anything. I was like, Cody, man, why didn't you go out there and be like, you knocked him down? Why don't you try knocking me down?
Rocky Five.
Because I mean, you found he's like, and Cody's like, it's still really shitty because the coach of my brother's kid's team is like under fire now from the parents because they're like, why the fuck would you let him play when you knew that?
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know, man. Like he probably did know right away, but that's crazy, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, dude. People can get seriously, and obviously that's fucking wild. Michael Parton said Sally Howard the Duck was the first Marvel film. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Michael, stop with your facts, dude. What are you talking about?
They're eating our dog.
I don't want to hear your words anymore. Jesus Christ, let me frack in peace, you motherfucker. Let me frack in peace.
Adrian Ybarra forgot about H2O. It would be number 5 for me ahead of Rush Hour, behind Truman, Honorable's Wedding Singer, Godzilla. Oh, really? The Matthew Broderick Godzilla? Ooh. Get these hoes off me. Get these hoes.
It was the first time Godzilla had been on the big screen in a while, though.
Yeah, but that movie sucked. Lethal Weapon 4? Well chosen. Well chosen.
No, and, okay. You put From 97, dude. Did we not have Beverly Hills Ninja? I don't think we had it on our list.
It was in our honorable mentions, Jim. It was. Thank you, Adrian. Dean Creep Between says, "I'm so glad I'm not a kid
Me
these
too,
days."
dude. I swear to God, I couldn't survive.
Dude, we really did grow up in the best time.
The
last
good point. The last good point.
Maybe not like personal situations, but like I'm just talking about like media wise. We had classics left and right. Great fucking time to be alive as far as media goes. Kevin Marquez, Brat is Charlie XCX new album. That's awesome. So us cool kids call each other Brat.
I don't know, dude. If somebody walked up to me and I'm like, "You so Brat, dog," I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, this is all your fault, Kevin.
You're gonna come to me and call me a brat, you pussy?
Look what you did, you little shit.
I tell Mike after I go outside and like vape off his fucking vaping pen. Like, this guy over here called me a brat.
I was surprised you didn't buy one yet, by the way. I fully expected you to have bought one.
I have to do that on Friday when we're together.
Oh, okay. I'll take you there. I'll show you the ropes.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll show you the ropes.
It's kind of hard to get away right now.
I understand. AG Broad says, "Sorry about the Packers. Still better than the Giants quarterback." Dude, your Giants fucking suck. They're so fucking bad.
I used to like your quirky and like neat, like black and white picture and your profile pic because I thought you were like artistic. I don't like it anymore. Now I feel like you're creepy and weird staring at me.
Did you and April watch the Packers-Eagles game, by the way?
She did.
Oh, so you didn't tell her the TV was broken again, so you didn't have to watch it?
Actually, I was in the middle of Spider-Man 2, and it was a very important mission, and I couldn't just turn it off.
Yeah, that was rough, but not as rough as the Giants. You guys fucking suck, dude.
It's a rebuilding year, so shut up.
Yeah, it's been a rebuilding decade, bro. Mass Mets.
When's your last championship, bro?
2011.
Okay, when's ours?
So I don't remember, but
yeah, that's what I thought.
The Mass Mets said, "Boys, I'll see you at Scarefest. We're going TCB." That means terrify cunt boxes.
I thought it meant like we're gonna watch a bunch of Turner Classic builds.
come to Scarefest. We'll be there. Let's party. Oh yeah, that was good. Jack Ryan Boyd said, "Night the Roxbury is a template for Step Brothers." In a way, yeah. I mean, you can't really say that like a two-hand comedy is
That's true.
But like, yeah. And both starred Will Ferrell. So and also the other guys. Other guys is a super underrated comedy, dude. That movie's funny as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
We will have sex in your car again. It will happen. Ian Rapash says, "Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is my favorite of '98. Well, that means that you did a lot of drugs. Congratulations. Do you think you're cooler than us? Maybe we should call Dare and see what they think about this."
Your profile pic, you look like you've done a lot of hashish. What are you doing? You look like you're falling over hugging a tree trunk. What are you doing?
No, I'm not saying that people like this movie are like this, but for me, in my experience, growing up in those times, there's a lot. All the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas kids were the same kids that were like, "Dude, I only listen to Tool. Have you ever heard 36 and 8?" Like I just never could get into it, but I wish I could.
I never like, as far as Tool, Schism and one other song I think I know. But Tool always reminds me of like a ghost that escaped House on Haunted Hill and then they made music.
Yeah, they also sort of
like it's just
Ghost
weird shit.
Reminds
weird.
The band Ghost reminds me of Tool as well. Edge Junior Bar says 98 is also a great year in video games. All-time classic Zelda Ocarina of
Time. We like what you say there.
Yes. Metal Gear Solid. Pyro. Banjo Kazooie. Resident Evil 2. I'll give you Resident Evil 2 was dope as fuck. Good times.
Well, I will definitely give you Zelda Ocarina of Time is probably the greatest game that came out that year for show. Epona's song, let's get on with it. We don't need to talk any more than that. And also the Hero of Time. Can I get a tear from my eye? Yes, you can have it. Resident Evil 2. Is it better than the original Resident Evil? Man, I will say so. And I know I will burn on the stake for it, but I will say so. Metal Gear Solid. Here's the thing. I fucking sucked at that game, so I just said it sucked when it came out. I was like, that game sucks because I kept getting caught. But I love Siphon Filter, and it was kind of the same kind of type, like sneaking around kind of game. But
dude, that's so weird that you said that because I was literally gonna say that Siphon Filter fucking rock shit. Like that's what I think of Siphon Filter when I think about that too. And I will say, although I'm not a Tom Hardy guy, he would have been a great character in a Siphon Filter movie. We should have done that. Michael Parton, which one do you guys prefer, Deep Impact or Hard Rain? Morgan Freeman's in both of them. I'll go Deep Impact, but Hard Rain was good.
Yeah, Deep Impact. It happened before. it will happen again. The question is just time. Listen, Morgan Freeman is like, dude, that guy's got some like, oh my god, dude, like the best voice ever. And the opening with the big asteroid flying through space. Woo.
Morgan Freeman's best role, by the way. Do you go Shawshank or Seven? I'm going Seven.
Yeah. 7.
Nice, comfortable, vibrating home.
I feel happy there.
The way he laughed when he said "vibrating home" is so dude. It's so cute. Project Dead Eyes has become a YouTube member. Welcome.
Welcome home, child. Let me wrap my arms around you and give you a kiss on cheek. There you are.
With arms wide open. Jay didn't stay for the whole set when he saw Creed.
Why don't you tell them the whole story? Because you don't know.
Let's be one. Whoa.
You weren't there.
Kevin Marquez offended the Psycho remake wasn't included. Shaking my head, just kidding. Yeah, that shit sucked.
Dude,
what a pointless fucking movie, right?
I almost wanted to do an honorable mention of like shitty movies that came out that year, and that would be number 1 with a bullet. Like they took Vince Vaughn, and who, by the way, to be fair, did a great Norman Bates. I think he could have been a great Norman Bates. But they shot that, 100%. Well, they shot that movie for fucking shot for shot exactly the same. Every scene, exactly the same. They just colorized it. Mm-hmm. There was nothing different. There was nothing new. There was no different take. And I know that some people are like, well, aren't you guys purists? Don't you guys want the same thing on a Michael Myers movie? That's not true. I just want something to be creative and different, but just not dumb. You know what I mean?
Dude, how bummed out would you be? Like, how disappointed would you be if they came out with a Halloween movie today? And like, we're getting a new Halloween movie. You're like, fuck yeah. And they're like, it's a colorized, the first one was colorized too, but it's an updated shot-for-shot remake of Halloween. I'd be fucking pissed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what they did with the flashback sequence in Halloween Kills, amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Some of the best shit. And that's what...
Put some stank on it.
Yeah, they got some stank on that. Like that man pussy.
Pussy.
Yeah, dude. The Halloween Kills flashback sequence. That's what they should have done with Psycho.
Yeah, I agree with that. Go, and they should do that with Exorcist too. Go Flamingo says, "What's up, boys? Happy midweek. We are at Wednesday. Fuck yeah. General feelings rules towards going ass to mouth." I can say Jay's opinion right now. He says, no.
First off, the fact that you even ask me that, go Flamingo, with your profile pic with 3 eyeballs staring at me, knowing that the answer is going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? No. Ass to mouth, gross. You got to go down and lick her butthole. You got to lick her anus cavity. And you're going to come up and say, give me a sugar kiss. When you got like
no
fucking
kiss afterwards.
Wasn't that what ass to mouth means?
No, that means you're putting your ass on someone's mouth or having them put their ass on your mouth. It doesn't mean you have to kiss afterwards.
Oh, then it's fine.
Well, you're not a fan of that either, are you? I feel like you have pretty staunch opinions about licking butts.
If other people want to do it, like, listen, no, I don't feel like you should go explore the butthole with your tongue. I feel like that's nasty. You want a dingleberry
God
on your
wouldn't
lip?
Put a sewage plant next to a playground.
That's true. You want to have a dingleberry on your lip? You want to walk around with that shit? You fucking nasty motherfucker. Like, that's gross, dude. Why are you gonna fucking tongue her asshole or his asshole? Well, you just tongue his mouth or his or her vagina and his penis. Like, the fact of the matter that you literally go down to the butthole, like, just shows the depravity of the country that we're in right now.
Hey, look, disgusting. I think post shower, I think it's a wonderful invention in the sexual catalog of things. Honestly, like, we do know some people who will do it with strangers, and I think that's a huge mistake. I don't think you should ever do that. You don't know what kind of a trap you're walking into there, Josh Hartnett, M. Night Shyamalan. But hey, I like to get weird. Like, let's do something wrong tonight.
I know people in my life that are very close to me.
I enjoy that.
If they had a pride parade for sucking ass, I have a guy in my family that would literally be in the fucking front with the biggest sign you've ever seen of a guy eating ass. Like,
every time, no matter how many times you talk to him, you know what's going on. It's like, hey, you guys know what I like? I like licking butt.
Like, motherfucker, like I got a guy in my family that's like a goddamn missionary for eating ass. Like, the motherfucker like goes out and spreads the gospel. Like, it don't matter who you are, how long he's known you for. This motherfucker going to tell you, eat that ass. Eat that ass if you like that woman. Eat that ass.
So it's like, would you like fries with that? He's like, you ever lick ass? I love it. And they're like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Like, literally happens.
This is the kind of guy, like, anything else, sir? Like, yeah, you ever eat butt? Tell me.
I love it. I love it. Gary says, have you heard about Grace? Have you heard the news? Jesus is alive. Have you heard about Grace Randolph saying Beetlejuice 2 is a commentary on all the bad things men do to women and she uses the baby seat? Oh.
I did. I'm not shocked. Like, listen. I'm not shocked because she seems like that kind of chick that she needs a shot of vodka just to get through the day. And I'm talking about 7:00 in the morning. She needs to reach over and get some. My point being, I don't give a fuck what she says because I feel like she's a terrible shill. So anybody that actually like listens to that opinion, you get what you pay for with her. Dude, I think dude, that movie Beetlejuice is, you know what? I don't even get into it that much because I could say a lot of bad things and I don't want to do that because I'm already like, you listen, apple juice is a great moment, a great thing that is given to us by the gods, but I don't want to abuse it. But I feel like I could. I will say this. If you're that pathetic and that much of a loser that you want to go and watch a film like Beetlejuice, when you've seen the original one that came out in 1988, and you know who the character is and you know what the character's about, and you're going to try to fucking say it's about this or that, or it's sexist, you're a fucking tool, and you're pandering to an audience to get a fucking click. That didn't work out so well for Star Wars Explained. That didn't work out for a lot of these motherfuckers that launched a cancellation campaign. I would just say, shut the fuck up, stay in your lane, and stop being stupid. You're pandering to the wrong crowd.
Like, what a way to be like, hey, I'd like to take something fun that everyone loves and shit on it and make it stupid. Gogo Flamingo says, do you guys think Meatloaf is going to cook itself? Are you fucking blind? Is that a line for a movie? It should be. It's not, but like there was the line in Wedding Crashers where Will Ferrell was like, Bob! The meatloaf.
No, yeah, I made it up on the spot. You're welcome. You're welcome, internet. You can have it.
That earlier. Benjamin Shelby says,
"Fuck you, Ben."
Murdergram duets with Cool J and Eminem. Thoughts?
Man, you gotta fucking stop drinking shit, dude. I don't know what the fuck you just said. You goddamn drinking that Everclear and trying to post.
That didn't make any
I like literally Murdergram duet. Oh, Murdergram do. He wants to do a duet with me. What?
I love you, Ben. I don't know what the fuck.
I really don't know what that shit is. He said XOXO though.
God, love you too, buddy. Hugs, kisses, butt fucks. Corey Farr said, "Scramby X, scramby motherfucking X."
Yeah, dude. Sazon egg.
I could make it cool again, Steven. Scrappy, really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, Scrappy Coco. It's a cool name, by the way. Matt Media says, what are Loomis's top 5 favorite movies? I gotta get a drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
My top 5 movies. Never ask me goddamn again. That's 6 words, but it's 6 times I said it. I don't care. There's no 5 films that I give a shit about. That was 6. I counted them. Don't ever fuck with me. 5. That's a great top 5. That's it. Well, you want more? I don't care.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I said, don't ever fuck with me or something like that. I don't know. And I was like, it was actually 6.
Oh, that's fascinating. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Why don't you shut up? You come back here. You come
Scrappy Coco said, do you guys watch UFC? If you don't, you're closeted. I am closeted.
I like
cleaning out my closet.
I love that, Scrappy. That is like such a great way to get people to watch UFC, and you want to have friends
what are you
watching
gay?
the same thing that you watch because you're like, dude, if you don't watch that shit, you're gay as fuck.
And
like,
to
what do
answer
you mean?
your
Like,
question,
if you don't want to watch dudes like literally like make other dudes submit on the ground,
Yeah.
that's
if you don't put my dick.
that's
in your
not
mouth
gay
right
at
now,
all. You're gay for not watching it.
Yeah, you're gay for not blowing me, bro. I will only watch UFC if I'm really bored, and I've had a couple cervezas and all the other sports are over with, and then I will just go on meth or crack streams and watch it for free, and then just like, and then usually I end up like bored as shit. So I'm not a UFC guy to answer your question.
No, I personally I love boxing more, but when they're like, hey, you gonna watch that new UFC fight? I'm like, who's in it? And they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be Abdullah Kalaka versus Chinjo Kanaka
versus racist Steve.
And then and then Cody, my brother, will be like, oh man, Chinjo Kanaka is so good. I'm like,
yeah. And I'm like, I really love this one guy though. He's really good, and he
Like,
comes out and he's
fuck
like,
you.
I fucking hate the game.
Like, dude, I'm not gonna waste time.
You're like, oh, that guy sounds like someone I can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna. No, dude. No, I'm not gonna look up Shinjo Kanaka. Fuck you. Taking on that. At first I don't care. That it's so. Dude, UFC to me is like. I was never a huge fan of the mixed martial arts stuff anyway. And then when all these, I don't know, dude. Like, and maybe what's that guy? What's that loudmouth fucking dumb shit from Ireland?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he ruined. I don't want to watch a sport like that.
Like most of the and I'm not saying like this is like a UFC thing. Like I'm sure there's great dudes in UFC or whatever, but like in my experience, a lot of the guys who make their way to be stars, they do it by being assholes. Like a lot of the personalities, I just really don't like in UFC. You know.
Well, for me also,
me.
If you look at like, I feel like boxing overall is a lot more of a technical sport, in my opinion. It really is. I feel like you really got to know your shit to not only break through an opponent's defense and know that person, like how they move their hips or legs, but to get a knockout shot, you got to fucking know how to do that. Like versus UFC. And again, I'm not insulting. If you love it, that's cool. In UFC, you can just get a submission hold, right? If you get their back and you climb on them, you can get their back and you can choke them out. And okay, cool. And then the people are like,
and everybody has like 4 losses.
Yeah, but
so
people
it's
are like,
oh, yeah, really
that's hard as fuck, Jay. It's hard. I'm not saying it's not. Of course it's hard.
I couldn't do it.
I don't want a grown man crawling on my back unless he's going to do something back there that's going to be pleasurable. Not choke me out. But no, I'm saying at the end of the day, they call it the sweet science in boxing for a reason. Like the sweet science meaning like you got to like time it. You got to get, you got to punch in just the right way to get that knockout. It's not as, I'm not saying it's easy, right, to win a match in UFC.
I just think the talent level in boxing is so disproportionate. Whereas if UFC, it's just kind of, I don't know. There's too much parity.
Yeah. Well, and and I guess that's a good thing in a lot of ways because if at least Dana White is making these motherfuckers fight each other, because at least, he's doing that because in boxing, which sucks, Canelo Alvarez, there's a lot, I can't remember all of them that were on top at one point. Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, when they were at their prime, their fucking managers, their agents will like make them not fight other number one contenders, which is awful. And that's why the sport, I think boxing overall is a dying sport because the fucking committees are involved. The bureaucracy. Well, yeah. Well, Teddy Atlas said it right. He's like, once the bureaucracy got involved and all this how much money am I going to make? No, fuck you, dude. If the number one contender shows up, you got the belt, they should fight. That's the way it should be. That's it. There should
Boxing's
be no
fucking
argument.
itself over too, but I prefer it as a sport personally.
Yeah, I did too.
Mike Parton said Bugs Life's better than Ants in my opinion. I get them confused, honestly. I'm not a fan of either.
That's fine, Michael. That's fine.
I'll watch them with the kids.
Calm down.
Go Flamingo. Did you guys ever play Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun?
Dude, I did. Oh my god.
James Earl Jones full motion B grade cheese from 2001.
Yeah, and Go Flamingo. Are we also forgetting that Michael Biehn was also in that movie? In that game as well. Yeah, dude, it was so fucking good. It was an RTS. You had to build bases and shit and fight against Nod, which is the opposing army. Dude, oh my god, dude. Yes, GDI. You played the GDI with James Earl Jones being the commanding officer, Michael Biehn, the captain or whatever. Oh my god, dude.
I don't know about it because I like to sleep with women. Kevin Marquez says,
"What's women?"
I'm kidding. I never did play that game though. Kevin Marquez, Mike has a singing voice of an angel, a fallen one, but still, yeah. Some people do say about my singing voice that it makes them never want to hear music again, and to me, I think that means it's special and it stands out.
Sounds like cats dying with AIDS in the trash can. I hate it.
Yeah, most people do equate it to wonderful existential crises in the U.S. Benjamin Shelby says, Jay, how dare you make fun of my wig? I will come over there and shove a Tide Pod where the good Lord split you.
Better not. I will.
Just playing. Have a great night.
What are you playing for? Come over here.
That is a great night.
Yeah, it's a great night. I mean, you act like it's not going to be a great time. Well, it's going to be a good time for me.
Jay likes you to stick stuff in his butt, and then he has to guess what it is.
That's the best part of the day for me.
It just better not be a Bud Light because I'm not gay.
Yeah, if I hear fucking Kid Rock playing in my eardrum, we had a problem.
Go Flamingo says Big Mike just tweeted they ate her car. Fucking what?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Did you tweet?
I think
Did you tweet, Big Mike?
Said earlier.
Did you tweet?
It must have been something from earlier. Gogo still said Big Mike just tweeted they ate her cat. Oh! Someone ate someone's cat in real time. The wolf pack.
Let's
So
watch that.
it is-
I
All
want-
these jokes we made.
I want
it's
to
real.
watch that shit. I
They're
want
doing
to
it.
watch that shit for show.
Yeah, they're
Faces
eating
of
our
death.
dogs.
Faces of death.
God damn it. Child of the Court says, yo, fellas, we did it. The 402 Huskers cock slap the Colorado Buffaloes, and Sanders Kid looked mid as fuck. Love 1998. H2O. Still don't shoot it last summer. Bride Chucky. Urban Legend. Oh,
Man,
by the
come
way,
on, child. Come on, child. I thought you were better than this.
Urban Legends was my number 11. I was having a hard time not fitting because I really,
Dude.
in my old age, I really think Urban Legend was underrated. Like, it's a way better movie than we give it credit for. Urban Legend's good. It's a good fucking horror movie. Fuck you. It is. Suck my ass.
No, dude.
Shut up.
I
And
said
also, it's fucking wonderful to watch Colorado get their asses whooped because they are such fucking full of themselves assholes. Like, I'm not saying every player, but Dion is just the worst, dude. I've never seen somebody so full of themselves and awful. I love watching the
You know
Buffaloes
what?
get their
I'm sorry that
fucking
you don't
asses kicked on
appreciate
national
Deion
TV
Sanders
constantly.
and all that he brings to college sports and what he does for those young men to rise above the bullshit. Just because you don't like his politics, get out of here with your bullshit goddamn rhetoric.
What a fucking douche that
You
guy
Nancy
is.
fucking Grace motherfucker. Fuck you.
I love you, child. Of the corn. Austin says, had to stay late at work, so I missed a lot of this. Well, get fucking back in the goddamn play.
Your work sucks.
God, I know. She gives me blowjobs on the stairs. Guess it's 40 and apartment jacuzzi time for me. Nobody better be out there or I'll go soprano. Hey, a 40 and a jacuzzi, as long as you're not passing out and dying in the jacuzzi, is probably a really good time. And I
Dude,
move to strike and do that myself soon.
That is true though. I mean, having some beer while you're like just floating in a jacuzzi, but there's nothing better than that. It's some fucking amazing ass shit
man.
right there.
I've been in a jacuzzi a couple times and been pretty fucked up and not had a good time. Like I've been having a great time and then got in the jacuzzi because like if you're at a party and everyone's getting in a jacuzzi, like this should be a great time. But if you're at a certain level of
intoxication,
inappropriately fucked up, and you get in a jacuzzi, it can really fuck with you.
Well,
it can really not be a good
the only time
feeling
well, yeah, that's true. Like I was having a good time until my ex-wife got in the jacuzzi with me, and I was like, oh, God.
That's fair.
I knew I smelled mayonnaise. I just didn't think.
The names of the other men she'd been with
Yeah.
floated to the surface.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they were like, and the bubbles that came to the surface that popped, and it would whisper into my ear their names.
Yeah, the jacuzzis can tell you things like
Mhm.
Mufasa, like speaking to.
Yeah, I
Simba.
could smell. I was like, God damn, did they open up a Walmart fresh market somewhere? No, it was just
Hey, at least we're killing the whatever's in there. Dale Torres says, Jay, can Pamela Voorhees tell Jason why Michael is better?
no, Daniel. I cannot tell. I will not. Michael is stupid, and Jason is my boy. Such a special boy, a retarded boy, but my boy. Michael.
He's our retard.
Michael had all the advantages: a suburban life, 2 parents that stayed together, a sister, and he chose to throw it all away because he wanted to suck cold on the areolas of his older sister. Incestual, nasty. But my Jason had his father walk away and lived in the woods. Michael is not better. Dude, I swear to God, dude, I would go for like fucking. I was locked in on that moment right there. But yeah.
when I heard the song at the end of Beetlejuice, when they're like, and I don't think I can take it because I'll never have that recipe again. All I want is fucking Pamela Voorhees. We're gonna do that in Sally and Horror Month because I want to see Pamela Voorhees do that.
I like, dude. First of all, I like everybody's laughing, but then Chalmers and Doom Turkey are pretty much, Jay, that's creepy. And then Doom Turkey's like, what even was that? What the hell even is that?
I love it. I don't think I can take it. Wentz Movie World says one movie that gets a whole lot of hate, which I don't understand, is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. The story was good. It was just executed terribly, but it's still good.
I kind of agree with you. And I think that Christopher Reeve had a hand in writing that film. It really wasn't that bad of a movie. I feel like it didn't get the amount of money that it needed to be as good as it could have been. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I feel like, well, I mean, like Superman 3 wasn't that good with Richard Pryor. I feel like that was a very like standard, cheesy ass like superhero film, and then Superman 4 was actually trying to tell a message. Like in the film, he takes all the nukes and like throws them into space.
Nit. Nit.
Nit. It reminds me of RoboCop. It reminds me of RoboCop's like, nuke. Where is Kane hiding?
Kane's bugging me.
Kane's bugging me. Are we cops?
That's what I'm gonna tell my psychiatrist. She's like, "What's bothering?" I was like, "Kane."
I feel like Superman 4 wasn't bad. Matthew Broderick was in it, and Gene Hackman. But yeah, it still sucked, but it was still all right.
Go Flamingo. I don't remember Superman 4 at all, so I can't say anything. Mike is the kind of guy to go ass to mouth on anniversaries because he's a gentleman. Jay is locked in a prison of his own dogma. Eat your wife out from behind. Shower together first. Stop being a wuss.
Jesus Christ. Hey, you know what, Flamingo?
You got to get in there and show her some butt loving, Jay.
I'm sorry that I picked my wife up from the fucking market at the goddamn hooker convention in fucking Vegas 2024. I didn't pick her up there. That's weird, because if I had, I'd be eating her ass like a goddamn Big Mac. Switching those up, eating that shit up. Nasty as hell. You know what? You keep on living your fantasies, I'll live in the reality. That's nasty as fuck. Go up to a girl, make sure you put on your dating profile on Plenty of Fish, like to eat ass, and see how many girls be like,
hey, that works for some people. There's a dude that drives around town here, and on his bumper it just says, I eat ass. He just wants the world to know.
Clicking that. He eats asshole. Clicking. No.
Mark Bart says Steel with Shaq is worse than Batman and Robin. Not true, because Batman and Robin was supposed to actually be good. I don't think anybody thought Steel was going to be good. So I would disagree with you on that fact, Michael.
Still sucked there.
It was not good.
It was bad.
Not
dude.
good. It was not going to touch it. Nighttime says Loomis vs. Chalice at Power Slap. Who wins one slap? I will tell you, Loomis.
No, Loomis win. Chalice is too drunk. He'd fall over.
Well, then again, Chalice probably doesn't feel anything. You probably smack Chalice and be like, Linda.
no, yeah, but Chalice would be so drunk, like if you slapped him, he would like wake up 3 hours later, like I won, or he'd be like, oh, goddamn shot. I'm awake. I got surgery tomorrow.
I don't know. Chalice would probably take that slap and go from 6 to midnight. He'd be like, "I was feeling pretty good, Miss Grumpage. That was a stupid question, Miss Grumpage. May I have another?"
Maybe, I don't know.
That'd be a good slap fight. Dan Torres says J was great in Coming to America. My son works. I tied my shoes once. It is an overrated experience. Long live King of Zamunda, Joffer. What kind of drugs are you on tonight? Like, I just want to know the specific drugs you're on, Daniel, because I don't know what the fuck any of that meant. And I love you.
JEJ means Jehovah Energetic Jesuits. Jesuits, by the way. I don't know. Coming to America was a good movie. My son works. I know what that line's from. I don't know everything what was happening. Long live King. Jesus Christ, Daniel.
Get it together. Mark Parton says Jay's hating on me tonight.
No, Michael,
better go over there and make it right.
He's coming to Scarefest. I can't.
That was a promise. That sounded like a promise to me, Michael.
I'll give you a hug.
I'll hug you until the cows come home. Someone did ask if we were going to Scarefest. We are going to be at Scarefest, by the way. We will be there, so come see us. Come see about me,
guys. By the way,
indeed.
Cannot reiterate enough. Okay, Jesus Christ, it's going to be amazing, dude. Friday night. I keep on wanting to say tomorrow, but Friday night. I don't think we've ever done. Oh no, since Halloween 2018, we've done a watch along with you fine folks on a film, and we're gonna do, I guess, part 2. I don't know. We're gonna do a Friday the 13th movie, right? It's gonna be awesome. You guys show up, hang out, interact with the fine folks of the other Patreon members. man, what was it?
I
Like
mean, here's the
$5,
best
dude. It's $5, dude.
Here's the best part. It's $10, but here's the best
God damn,
part.
dude.
Here's the best part. Dean, this is an exploding offer. You can sign up for the tier of Patreon that gets you the Friday the 13th stream for free for a free trial.
Oh,
She ate my cat. They are eating our cats. But you can sign up for that for free at the Patreon below, and you get a 7-day trial. So come hang with us Friday night. We're gonna watch Friday the 13th. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have beer chuck. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And DJ Graham says number 10, Armageddon. Number 9, Night at the Roxbury. Number 8, Half Baked. I like what you're doing here so far. Wedding Singer, yes. Vampires. Jack Frost. All right, you're slipping.
Ooh, I
Small
forgot about that
Soldiers.
one.
You fell off a cliff. The Big Lebowski. That it is good. I don't find the Big Lebowski as funny as other people do, but it is good. The Faculty and Rush Hour is number 1.
Man.
Number 1.
Like Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, like the family drama. That movie is so fucking good, dude. Damn, I forgot about that one. That was really good. Fuck.
Solid, DJ. We love you, DJ.
Thank
the
you,
best.
man.
Kevin says, come to New England so I can meet you. I don't go anywhere where people cheat. So I'm just not going to go ever to New England.
Can I get some New England clam chowder?
We love you though, Kevin. Come to fucking Lexington for Scarefest, you cunt waffles. That's the show, guys. That's the show. We love you, and it's been fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. It's been awesome. I'm sorry I was late and we had some technical difficulties, but it is what it is. If you come into a Wham show, you know there's going to be problems, and we're glad that you guys stuck it out. We had over 300 people for the most of the night. It was good times.
Yeah.
Like to see it. Love to see it. And I really would love, I think a lot of you guys would love the Patreon. If you come over, let us hold your tip
Come on,
and come on in. And it's going to be great because it's a lot more of an intimate setting. You know what I'm saying? And
sure dicks.
but dude, it's gonna be. I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun because again, like it's been so long since we've done a watch along with.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun, dude.
We're gonna have a goddamn blast. Hang with us this Friday night on Friday the 13th. We love your fucking faces. Thanks for hanging out tonight. You guys are the fucking best goddamn people in the universe. We love you so much, and we'll see you later. We'll give you a reach around.
Bye, guys.
Eat a burrito. Eat my burrito.